Phoenix Nights. Chapter 3082. The undying demon lord seemed to have an undying body. Although Gu Fei was extremely powerful and kept blasting the demonic body of the undying demon lord, it was hard for his attacks to truly hurt the great demon lord of the heavenly demon lake. Even the primordial spirit sword technique couldn't destroy the primordial spirit of this great demon lord. This surprised Gu Fei. One should know that his primordial spirit sword technique was a secret technique that specialized in destroying primordial spirit. To survive after being struck by the primordial spirit sword technique, this was enough to show how powerful the undying demon lord's undying body was. This also made Gu Fei more interested in this demonic secret technique. He wanted to snatch this secret technique from the undying demon lord and compare it with his wing transformation secret technique to see if there were any similarities between these two secret techniques. "You can't kill me!" The undying demon lord grinned and stared at Gu Fei. "Is that so?" Hearing this, Gu Fei smiled. Although the undying demon lord's undying body was powerful, it wasn't completely invincible. At least, it seemed so in Gu Fei's opinion. Two figures moved rapidly in the void. The undying demon lord casted the great technique of demonic path and conjured the undying demon lord's undying body. The demonic shadow was even bigger than a mountain. The demonic shadow stretched out his demonic hand and grabbed at Gu Fei. The huge hand instantly enveloped the entire void. The supreme power of demonic path spread out and confined the void around Gu Fei. The powerful demonic power rushed towards Gu Fei from all directions. The void around Gu Fei was collapsing and being annihilated. This scene was extremely shocking. This was the power of the great demon lord. He could shatter the void and display a terrifying combat strength that made others feel despair. Of course, from Gu Fei's point of view, this level of attack couldn't do anything to him. Gu Fei didn't make a move. He just shook his body and the destructive demonic power was immediately dispersed. Even the undying demon lord's undying demon lord was repelled. Bang! Gu Fei stretched out his right hand and slapped towards the undead demon lord. The Kate's giant hand instantly enveloped the entire heaven and earth. The chaos force exploded and the layers of demonic chi were destroyed. Roar! The undead demon lord roared furiously. His supreme demonic might erupted and a terrifying demonic horn appeared in the void, rushing towards Gu Fei's primal giant hand. Boom! With a loud bang, the devil horn that came out of Undying Demon King's body collided with Gu Fei's heaven-covering primal palm. That devil horn actually blocked Gu Fei's primal palm. Ancient demonic runes could be vaguely seen on the devil horn, exuding a desolate aura. This caused Gu Fei to be incomparably shocked. This demonic horn was not simple. It carried a great desolate aura. It was definitely not something from the present world, but an ancient demonic object that had been passed down from the great desolate era. The devil horn possessed an unfathomable power. Not only did it block Gu Fei's heaven-covering primal chaos hand, it even shook the heaven-covering primal chaos hand, which shocked Gu Fei. One must know that he was already a quasi-supreme being. The power of the primal chaos heaven-covering palm was naturally not to be underestimated. Even an ordinary quasi-supreme being would not be able to withstand his primal chaos heaven-covering palm. To think that you could block the primordial demon horn! At this moment, Undying Demon King was even more shocked than Gu Fei, because no one knew the power of this demon horn better than him. This demon horn was not ordinary. It was a demon horn left behind by an extreme demonic ancestor. This devil horn was known as the primordial devil horn, and it possessed unfathomable power. The reason why the undead demon master dared to attack the Black Demon Mountain was that he could finally use the primordial demon horn. However, he did not expect that the one who forced him to use the primordial demon horn was not the Black Demon Mountain master, but an outsider. Rumble! Gu Fei's primal chaos sky-engulfing hand clashed against the primal demon horn, causing pitch-black spatial cracks to continuously appear in the void. The primal demon energy coming from the primal demon horn had reached an unimaginable level. Even Gu Fei felt a great pressure from the pressure. Haha, you're overestimating yourself. You actually want to contend against the primordial demon horn? Die. Undying Demon Master laughed crazily as he activated the primordial demon horn. An even more powerful primordial demon horn burst out from the primordial demon horn. Boom! The demonic horn shook, and with a loud sound, Gu Fei's heaven-covering primal chaos hand was actually scattered by the primal chaos demonic power that erupted from the demonic horn. The primordial demon horn obliterated the primordial demon force and pierced through Gu Fei. All the demons who were watching the battle from afar were stunned. This was the first time that Gu Fei had the upper hand against the Undying Demon Master. Swoosh! Gu Fei immediately used the 8 desolation steps and soared into the sky, dodging the primordial demon horn. Then, endless primordial demon force condensed on his hands. Lines of primordial Tao patterns interweaved, and a primordial ancient seal appeared in the sky. Powerful martial arts power spread out from the chaotic ancient seal that Gu Fei had conjured, and transparent ripples that were visible to the naked eye appeared around the ancient seal. Suppress! Gu Fei roared. His long hair fluttered in the wind. He used all his strength, and the primordial ancient seal immediately pressed down on the Undying Demon Master. Rumble! The primordial ancient seal descended. Endless primordial force spread out. The entire void below the seal was collapsing. The void around the Undying Demon Master was also collapsing. Buzz! The primordial ancient seal trembled. Just as the Undying Demon Master was about to be suppressed by the primordial ancient seal, a demon horn rushed out from his body and turned into a demonic light that clashed against the primordial ancient seal. A heart-palpitating primordial demon force spread out from the demonic light. In the next moment, a scene that shocked Gu Fei appeared. The devilish light formed from the horn had actually easily pierced through the chaotic seal that he'd created, and then it shot towards him. The speed of the demonic light was extremely fast. Even with Gu Fei's 8 desolation steps, it was hard for him to dodge it. Gu Fei's shock was no small matter. However, a sky-blue divine light suddenly surged out from his body and enveloped him. When that beam of demonic light pierced through the sky-blue divine light, it was blocked by the sky-blue divine light. What? Seeing this, the Undying Demon Master was indescribably shocked. An immortal light emerged from Xiao Chen's body and blocked the primordial demon horn. At this moment, under Gu Fei's clothes, a set of immortal armor shone with a hazy sky-blue immortal light, blocking the primordial demon force outside. This was a confrontation between immortal force and primordial demon force. The sudden burst of immortal chi from Gu Fei's body shocked all the demons present. At this moment, Gu Fei was extremely shocked. He discovered that the immortal chi from his sky-blue immortal gold armor was being devoured by the primordial demon horn. That primordial demon horn could actually devour the power of the immortal Tao and convert it into demonic Tao essence chi. This shocked Gu Fei. Damn it! Xiao Chen flipped his right hand, and a black saber immediately appeared in his right hand. An extremely domineering and ferocious aura immediately spread out from the black saber. This is... Seeing the black saber in Xiao Chen's hand, the Undying Demon Master felt an inexplicable panic. A fear that came from the depths of his soul surged into his heart. At this moment, Gu Fei had already slashed at the primordial demon horn. Wherever the saber light passed, the void was directly sliced apart like a thin piece of paper. The black saber in Gu Fei's hand slashed at the primordial demon horn, but there was a sound as if he had slashed at a tree. The primordial demon horn was directly sent flying by the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. This shocked the Undying Demon Master to the extreme. One should know that the primordial demon horn was left behind by an extreme demon ancestor. It possessed unfathomable power, yet it was actually sent flying by the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. This was unbelievable. Swoosh! The Undying Demon Master immediately dodged. He instinctively felt a terrifying threat from the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. Gu Fei performed his 8 steps extreme speed and directly attacked the Undying Demon Master with the black saber in his hand. Swoosh! In the void, the saber light flashed again and an arm fell from the sky. Seeing this, all the demons were dumbfounded. The black saber in Gu Fei's hand had actually displayed such a powerful power. At this moment, the undying demon master roared and rushed into the sky. At the same time, the primordial demon horn flew towards him and landed in his other hand. But in the next moment, the undying demon lord's left arm that was chopped off by the black saber reformed, as though it had never been chopped off. At this moment, everyone could see that the undying demon master was definitely not a match for Gu Fei. His defeat was only a matter of time. Mo Kuei and Lu Mo could not stay calm anymore. Damn it! The undying demon master was shocked and angry. He could already see that the black saber in Gu Fei's hand was definitely a killing weapon that surpassed the great demon Venerable level. Because when he was struck by the saber, a terrifying killing aura invaded his body. If he did not cultivate the undying body of the heavenly demon, he would have been killed by the saber. After the undying demon master retrieved the primordial demon horn, he immediately wanted to retreat. Humph! Gu Fei took a step and instantly chased after him. However, at this moment, a demonic cloud suddenly appeared in the sky. The demonic cloud was rapidly approaching the mysterious demon mountain. That's... The undying demon lord and Gu Fei were startled, because there was a figure standing on top of the demonic cloud, a figure with peerless magnificence. Compared to the white-robed demoness, the latter was simply trash. Falling Moon Demon Palace. When the mysterious demon mountain lord saw the figure rapidly approaching on the demonic clouds, he uttered those words. It's a demonic expert from the Falling Moon Demon Palace. Chapter 3083. A peerless demon was approaching on a demonic cloud. His terrifying demonic aura spread in all directions, causing all living beings within 100,000 li radius to be terrified to the extreme. Falling Moon Demon Palace? At this moment, the undying demon lord had already stopped. When he saw the peerless figure standing on the demonic clouds, he couldn't help but narrow his eyes. His blood-red pupils shot out an incomparably sharp gaze that was as sharp as needles. It was a woman dressed in blood-colored clothes. On the woman's shoulder sat a fist-sized monkey covered in blood-colored fur. On the forehead of this little monkey, there was actually a small silver horn. Silver-horned devil monkey? When the master of the mysterious demon mountain saw the monkey on the shoulder of the woman, he couldn't help but be startled. It was an extremely powerful devil monkey. In the entire primal chaos demon realm, it was impossible to find 5 of such devil monkeys. Silver-horned devil monkeys were rare, but each of them was extremely powerful. They could tear apart powerful demons, and even feed on the flesh and blood of demons. You're the Moon Devil? The undying demon master stared at the red-robed woman on top of the demonic cloud and said in a deep voice. His body emitted a powerful demonic aura, as if he would explode at any time and attack the red-robed woman. The red-robed woman's figure was a little blurry. No one could see her appearance clearly. However, even so, everyone had a feeling that this woman was definitely more outstanding than the Phoenix Devil Witch of the mysterious Demon Mountain. Whether it was her appearance or cultivation, she was definitely superior to the Phoenix Devil Witch. At this moment, the 3 experts of the mysterious Demon Mountain looked at the figure on top of the demonic cloud with indescribable shock. The newcomer was actually the mysterious and unfathomable Moon Devil? The Moon Devil of the Falling Moon Demon Palace was mysterious and unfathomable. In the entire primal chaos demon realm, it seemed that no one had ever seen her true appearance. Even the higher-ups of the Falling Moon Demon Palace had never seen her true appearance. The Moon Devil's body was shrouded in a mysterious power. It was precisely this mysterious power that prevented the experts from seeing her true appearance. Gu Fei assessed the red-robed girl on the peak of the demonic clouds. He activated his martial Dao Heavenly Eye, but he was still unable to see her appearance clearly. On top of the demonic clouds, the woman seemed to sense Gu Fei's gaze and suddenly turned to look at Gu Fei. Outsiders? As soon as the red-clothed woman saw Gu Fei, she immediately said these words. It was obvious that this red-clothed woman was very surprised. She never thought that she would meet an outsider here. In the Chaos Fiend realm, The term outsider was used to refer to powerful beings from other great worlds. How is this possible? Could the seal have loosened? The woman in red's voice rang out again. Her voice contained a strange demonic aura, as if it could steal the souls of other living beings. This was the soul-stealing demonic sound. Of course, with Gu Fei's cultivation, he was not afraid of this kind of demonic sound. It could not affect him at all. Seal? When Gu Fei heard the woman in red's words, his heart skipped a beat. Could it be that there was a passage between the demon realm and the heaven realm or the human realm? The passage had been sealed? He thought of many things, but this was only his guess. Outsider, stay. Undying demon master, leave the primordial demon horn behind and scram. The red-clothed woman standing at the top of the demonic cloud said. What? After hearing the red-clothed woman's words, the undying demon master was shocked and angered. He was the great demon sovereign of Demonic Lake. If he were to leave the primordial demon horn behind just because of a sentence from her, would he still have the face to show his face in the Chaos Fiend realm? A shocking murderous aura burst out from the undying demon master. At this moment, Gu Fei did not say anything. He only smiled at this scene. However, he had to admit that the red-clothed woman's cultivation was really high. No wonder the undying demon master and the mysterious demon mountain master were so afraid of her. Ha! Undying demon master, are you trying to fight me? The red-clothed woman sensed the murderous aura from the undying demon master and smiled. What do you think? The undying demon master stared at the figure on top of the demonic clouds and said coldly. It was impossible for him to hand over the primordial demon horn. He could only fight against the moon devil. What about you guys? Are you coming at me together? The moon devil glanced at the mysterious demon mountain master and the other demons and said, Lord Moon Devil, you must be joking. How would we dare to go against you? The mysterious demon mountain master quickly said, Yes. A wise man submits to circumstances. Seems like there are some smart people here. The moon devil nodded and said, Humph. The undying demon master was annoyed. This moon devil was clearly saying that he didn't know what was good for him. You want me to leave the primordial demon horn behind? Wishful thinking. The undying demon master stared at the red-clothed moon devil and said while gritting his teeth. The primordial demon horn was an extreme demonic item, a supreme treasure of Demonic Lake. How could he lose it? Haha, we'll know soon whether it's wishful thinking or not, the moon devil said with a smile. Then, the demonic clouds under her feet suddenly surged. Endless demonic clouds were condensing and an incomparably huge demonic dragon that looked like a black mountain range appeared in the void. A terrifying demonic might immediately erupted from the body of this demonic dragon. Roar! The demonic dragon roared, shaking the heaven and earth. Then, the demonic dragon pounced towards the undying demon master from the sky. The entire heaven and earth seemed like it was going to collapse. The undying demon master waved his hands in front of him. The entire void in front of him trembled and a huge black hole appeared in the void. A heaven-devouring power surged out from the black hole, trying to devour the demonic dragon. Rumble. A terrifying demonic aura burst out. Two supreme demonic powers clashed. The undying demon master exerted his full strength, and the huge black hole continued to expand. The demonic dragon was actually sucked in. More than half of the dragon's head had already entered the black hole and was about to be devoured. Heh. Interesting. The moon devil in red said and rushed over. Her sleeves fluttered in the wind. Although her demonic aura was monstrous, she actually gave people a feeling of being out of this world at this moment. She was in existence like a deity and a demon. The moon devil waved her sleeves and the demonic dragon formed by endless demonic aura exploded. The destructive demonic power exploded and actually destroyed the black hole created by the undying demon master. The black hole collapsed and the destructive power sent the undying demon master flying thousands of zhang away. A mouthful of demonic blood had already surged up his throat, but he forcefully swallowed it back down. At this moment, the Moon Devil in red stretched out her hand and grabbed the undying demon master who was thousands of jans away. On her jade-like hand, there were demonic lights twirling and interweaving. This jade-like hand contained a demonic nature that made people's hearts palpitate. With just a grab, the undying demon master was immediately sent flying towards the Moon Devil in red. Buzz! When the undying demon master flew back, a rumbling sound came from the undying demon master's body. A black horn rushed out from his body and stabbed towards the jade-like hand of the Moon Devil in red. The tip of the demonic horn pierced through the void and instantly pierced the palm of the Moon Devil in red. Primordial demonic power burst out from the demonic horn and shook off the jade-like hand of the Moon Devil in red. On the demonic horn, there was actually a drop of demonic blood hidden within it. Seeing this, Gu Fei's eyes lit up. The primordial demonic horn was indeed extraordinary. Obviously, the drop of demonic blood on the primordial demonic horn was the demonic blood of the Moon Devil. The might of the primordial demonic horn was extraordinary. Even the powerful Moon Devil was injured. In fact, the undying demon master and the mysterious demon mountain master who knew about the power of the primordial demonic horn were already shocked to the extreme. The demonic body of the Moon Devil was actually this powerful. One should know that the primordial demonic horn was an extreme demonic creature. Even a pinnacle quasi-supreme expert would have to bear a grudge after being slashed by it. However, the Moon Devil was only injured and not killed. The primordial demonic horn truly lives up to its name. The Moon Devil in red had already retreated 1,000 feet away. She stared at the black demonic horn in her opponent's hand. Her eyes flickered with blood light and the demonic aura emitted from her body became even stronger. "Alright, I'm not going to play with you guys anymore. All of you, come in!" As the Moon Devil in red spoke, her body emitted a dazzling blood light. Her entire body seemed to have turned into a blood moon. Then, the entire void shook. The crimson moon in the sky instantly became countless times larger than a mountain, enveloping the entire region in an instant. At the same time, the undying demon master, Gu Fei and the others were all sucked into the blood moon. Everything happened so quickly. World cage? The moment Gu Fei was sucked into the blood moon, he felt the aura of the void. Obviously, the Moon Devil in red controlled a part of the world. What? At this time, Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other devil race powerhouses were startled by this sudden change. Even the undying demon master was indescribably shocked. He clearly knew what this meant. The opponent's cultivation and battle prowess made his heart palpitate. If it wasn't for the primordial demonic horn, he definitely wouldn't be a match for the Moon Devil. Open! The undying demon master was furious. He used all his strength to activate the primordial demonic horn in his hand. A powerful wave of primordial demonic power immediately erupted from the horn. The wave of primordial demonic power was extremely powerful. It broke the void of the blood moon as easily as breaking dry weeds. Then, the undying demon master directly rushed out from the broken void. Humph! The moon demon in red sneer resounded in the void. At the next moment, the undying demon master appeared in the void of the blood moon inexplicably. Haha, you want to escape from my blood moon universe? Dream on. The primordial demon horn in his hand emitted a terrifying aura, and a malevolent demon shadow could be vaguely seen on it. That was a prehistoric magical beast. Even though it was only an illusory image, it was extremely powerful. It was as if just an illusory image could crush the world. Ancient demonic patterns appeared on the undying demon lord's horns, and a powerful prehistoric demonic power surged out, blocking the destructive blood moon universe demonic power. The power of the primordial demon horn is indeed extraordinary. In the blood-red world, a soul-stirring voice resounded. Hearing this voice, even Feng Ke Demon Lady and Luo Peng's expressions changed drastically. If it was any other living being, they would have been sucked away by this demonic sound. Moon Devil Soul Shaking, it really lives up to its name. Feng Ke Demon Lady and Luo Peng had no choice but to sit down in the chaos bell and use their demonic arts to resist the soul-shaking demonic sound. Even with Gu Fei's chaos bell as protection, they still suffered from the great attack of the soul-shaking demonic sound. Among all the experts present, only the Undying Demon Lord and Gu Fei could ignore the Moon Devil's soul-shaking demonic sound. Even the mystic demon mountain master had to use his chi to resist. "Today, I will show you the power of the primordial demon horn," the Undying Demon Lord roared. His long hair danced in the wind, and his face was ferocious. He desperately poured his demonic chi into the black horn in his hand. Buzz! The demon horn vibrated, and the demonic silhouette that emerged from the horn gradually became clearer, as if it was going to walk out from the void. The primordial demon horn emitted an unimaginably strong demonic energy. The void around the horn was crumbling, and the entire blood-red world shook violently. The power of the primordial demon horn was undeniably strong. One should know that the primordial demon ancestor was definitely one of the strongest primordial demon ancestors in the world. He was the first Khanate great demon that was born in the world. Rumble! A pitch-black crack appeared in the void. The primordial demon horn had finally shaken the blood moon universe demonic energy of the Moon Devil. The blood-red world was about to collapse. "Undying Demon Lord, you are destined to die today!" The soul-stirring voice resounded in the void. Then, the entire blood-red world emitted an aura that made even Gu Fei's heart palpitate. Shit! Gu Fei sensed the demonic aura and was finally moved. At the same time, the peerless ominous saber flew up and floated above his head. Roar! A black aura appeared on the ominous saber, and a black dragon shadow appeared on the saber. It roared towards the sky, and the void seemed to resound with an incomparably shocking dragon roar. The domineering aura of the 9 heavens and 10 earths burst out from the dragon's shadow. This is... All the devil race powerhouses were taken aback when they saw this scene. "Extreme Tao weapon!" Monarch Demon Mountain Lord exclaimed. The black saber floating above Gu Fei's head actually emitted an aura that made his heart palpitate. "I didn't expect you to have such a Tao weapon!" The Moon Devil's voice resounded. She was very surprised. She didn't expect this outsider to have an extreme Tao weapon. Such a Tao weapon was the strongest Tao weapon in the world. "I didn't expect you to have an extreme Tao weapon either." Gu Fei raised his head and looked at the blood-red sky. A smile appeared on his face. Above the blood-red sky, a demonic diagram appeared. It was a demonic diagram that seemed to be able to swallow the entire world. "It's the heaven-devouring diagram." After the Undying Demon Lord saw the demonic diagram in the sky, his expression changed drastically. It turned out that the heaven-devouring diagram was in the hands of the Moon Devil. "It's the heaven-devouring demon diagram?" Gu Fei was also shocked. He didn't expect to see this demonic diagram here. He also didn't expect the heaven-devouring demon diagram to be in the primal case demon world. The heaven-devouring demon diagram could swallow the entire world. It possessed unimaginable might. In the distant past, there was a supreme demon ancestor who wielded this diagram and killed countless people. Chapter 3085. No one had expected the sky-devouring demon diagram to appear at the most crucial moment. The diagram displayed supreme demonic power and directly sealed a part of the world. Preposterous! At this moment, the Undying Demon Lord was in big trouble. He was desperately activating the primordial demon horn in his hand to crush the blood moon universe. However, with the appearance of the sky-devouring demon diagram, the entire blood moon universe became incomparably stable. Two supreme demonic powers were clashing. The power of the primordial demon horn and the sky-devouring demon diagram was vast and mighty. For a moment, neither could suppress the other. Although the sky-devouring demon diagram was powerful, the primordial demon horn wasn't weak either. The power displayed by the two supreme demonic weapons caused the others in the blood moon universe to suffer. "Come here!" At this moment, Gu Fei extended his hand. Phoenix Sparrow Demon Lady and Demon Lord Luo Ping immediately flew towards him and rushed into the force field of the peerless ominous saber. At this moment, the mysterious Demon Mountain Master had no choice but to rush towards Gu Fei. The power of the sky-devouring demon diagram and the primordial demon horn was too powerful. The aftermath of the collision could instantly destroy a great demon lord. No matter how powerful the mysterious Demon Mountain Master was, he couldn't resist such extreme demonic power. All the experts that were taken into the Blood Moon universe, except for the undying demon lord, had gathered around Gu Fei. The peerless ominous saber hovering above Gu Fei's head emitted a powerful force field that enveloped Gu Fei, Phoenix Sparrow Demon Lady, Demon Lord Luo Ping, and the mysterious Demon Mountain Master. Good heavens! At this moment, Gu Fei was staring at the battle in the distance. The sky-devouring demon diagram was still descending from the sky. The sky-devouring demonic power surged out, trying to take away the primordial demon horn. The entire Blood Moon universe was shrinking, as though it was about to be absorbed by the sky-devouring demon diagram. The sky-devouring demon diagram is really devouring the sky. Seeing this scene, the Phoenix Bird Demoness and the other experts of the devil race were all dumbfounded. The legendary devil diagram could actually devour the heavens and earth. Luo Ping felt a wave of despair. The blood-colored world was shrinking. Although they had the protection of the exceptional ominous blade, they still moved towards the heaven-devouring devil diagram. If they were swallowed by the heaven-devouring devil diagram, they would definitely die. Rumble! The primordial demon horn was shaking. The primordial demon power was fighting against the heaven-devouring demon power. At this moment, Undying Demon King even had the thought of dying. The demon essence in his body was rapidly depleting. At this time, it was not that he wanted to pour his demon essence into the great desolate demon horn, but that the great desolate demon horn was automatically swallowing his demon essence. Even if he wanted to let go, he couldn't. This was because his hands had been firmly sucked in by the great desolate demon horn. Even though Undying Demon Master had cultivated the heavenly demon undying body, it was still not enough. Because Gu Fei could already see that the immortal demonic light emitted from Undying Demon Master's body was also swallowed by the primordial demon horn. That was the immortal demonic nature. The reason why Undying Demon Lord could not die was because he had cultivated the immortal demonic nature substance. Once the immortal demonic nature substance was devoured by the prehistoric demon horn, Undying Demon Lord would have to die even if he did not want to. Undying Demon Lord is unlucky. Gu Fei sighed. This Undying Demon Lord could be considered as a powerful character, but if he died like this, it would be too sullen. Black Demon Mountain Lord also saw what was happening to Undying Demon Lord. He was both surprised and happy. If Undying Demon Lord died like this, Black Demon Mountain would be able to swallow the heavenly demon lake and increase their strength greatly. Of course, this was only Black Demon Mountain Lord's wishful thinking. Undying Demon Lord's cultivation had reached such a level, he would not die so easily. Boom! Boundless demonic light erupted from the heaven-devouring demon diagram. A silhouette descended from the sky and landed on the diagram, then sat down cross-legged. It was a red silhouette. Although the silhouette was blurry, it gave people a powerful and mysterious feeling. This demonic expert was Moon Devil of Fallen Moon Devil Palace. Moon Devil personally took action, no longer hiding in the dark. The demonic runes on the sky-devouring demonic diagram immediately lit up and emitted a dazzling demonic light. An extreme demonic pressure spread out from the diagram. The demonic energy of the heaven-devouring demon diagram actually suppressed the desolate devil chi. This made Undying Demon Lord's countenance change. Damn it! Undying Demon Lord's countenance was incomparably ferocious. His hand that was holding the desolate devil horn was trembling. At this moment, his aura had become very weak. 80% of his demonic chi had been used up. He was bitterly holding on, but he also knew that he could not hold on for much longer. If nothing unexpected happened, he would not be killed by Moon Devil in the end, but would be sucked to death by the desolate devil horn. The entire blood-red world was still shrinking. Gu Fei and the others were also moving towards the heaven-devouring demon diagram. Nobody knew how powerful the peerless ominous saber was. The spirit within the ominous saber was showing signs of awakening. To Gu Fei, this was definitely a good thing. However, to Moon Devil and Undying Demon Lord, it was not a good thing. The tyrannical aura emitted from the ominous saber caused Phoenix Witch and the others to be extremely terrified. It was a fear that originated from the depths of their souls. At this moment, the power of the heaven-devouring demon diagram had completely suppressed the power of the primordial demon horn. However, the primordial demon horn was an extreme demonic object after all. It contained primordial demon energy, so even if it was suppressed, it could not be easily absorbed into the heaven-devouring demon diagram. Moreover, Moon Devil had to split his attention to guard against Gu Fei and the others. The spirit within the heaven-devouring demon diagram had already awakened, causing the extreme demon diagram to display an even more powerful might. It was as if a supreme demonic ancestor was taking action. However, the desolate devil horn did not seem to have any spirit. This way, the desolate devil horn was basically an incomplete extreme demonic object. It could not contend against the complete extreme demon diagram. Rumble! As the extreme demon diagram pressed down, it actually swallowed the desolate devil horn and the undying demon lord into the diagram. At this moment, the blood-red world was shrinking rapidly. Even the blood-red world and Gu Fei and the others were being swallowed by the diagram. At this moment, Gu Fei made his move. He flipped his right hand and a black stone tablet immediately appeared in his hand. He grabbed the stone tablet and slammed it into the void. A dazzling divine light rushed out from the stone tablet and broke through the void. A void passage appeared in front of Gu Fei and the others. It was unknown where it led to. Chapter 3086. The universe of the blood moon opened up by the moon demon was shrinking rapidly. It was about to be swallowed by the devouring demon diagram while Gu Fei and the others were still trapped in the universe of the blood moon. At this time, Gu Fei made his move. He directly took out the Three Boundaries monument, and a divine light immediately rushed out from it. This divine light directly broke through the void of heaven and earth, and opened up a spatial passage in the universe of the blood moon. Buzz! The Three Boundaries monument floated in the void and emitted a series of vibrations. The mighty power from the Three Boundaries monument sealed the spatial passage. Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demons were extremely shocked when they saw Gu Fei's move. They never imagined that Gu Fei had another supreme Tao weapon in addition to the black saber. What? At this time, the moon demon, who was sitting cross-legged on the devouring demon diagram, couldn't help but be shocked when she saw this scene. This outsider actually had two supreme Tao weapons. How was this possible? The mighty power from the Three Boundaries monument made the moon demon's heart palpitate. She had to use all her strength to activate the devouring demon diagram to suppress the seemingly inconspicuous monument. However, the Three Boundaries monument had the supreme power to penetrate the three realms and six Taos of heaven and earth. The place where the Three Boundaries monument was located formed a world of its own and was impenetrable. Even the devouring demon diagram couldn't cause any impact on the Three Boundaries monument. The devil chains of law rushed out from the devouring demon diagram and entangled the Three Boundaries monument. However, these devil chains were blocked by an invisible force around the Three Boundaries monument. The moon demon, who was on the devouring demon diagram, was shocked again. This supreme Tao weapon was very powerful and could actually block the power of the devouring demon diagram. Preposterous! The moon demon gritted his teeth. Just as he was about to unleash an even greater power from the sky-devouring demon diagram, the sky-devouring demon diagram suddenly shook violently. A wave of primordial demonic energy seeped out from the diagram. Damn it! The moon demon couldn't help but frown. The primordial devil horn that was kept in the diagram actually showed signs of breaking free. It was as if a terrifying primordial devil beast had awakened in the devouring demon diagram. Above the sky-devouring demonic diagram, countless demonic patterns emerged and interweaved, firmly suppressing the desolate demonic chi coming from the sky-devouring demonic diagram. The Moon Devil had no time to care about anything else. This made monstrous Demon Mountain Master and the others both surprised and delighted. "Let's go!" Gu Fei raised his head and glanced at the Moon Demon, who was sitting cross-legged on the sky-devouring demon diagram. Then, he stepped onto the spatial passageway created by the three-boundary monument. Mountain Lord Mystic Demon and the others hurriedly followed. Just as everyone stepped into the spatial passage, Gu Fei waved his hand and the three-boundary monument flew into his right hand, which he held in his palm. Swoosh! The great path of space directly carried Gu Fei and the others, and they went far away in an instant, leaving the Blood Moon universe that the Moon Demon had opened up. In just an instant, they sensed the aura of the outside world. The divine light dissipated, and Gu Fei and the others appeared in the void of the Chaos Demon realm. This is... As soon as everyone rushed out of the Moon Demon's Blood Moon universe, they were stunned by the scene in front of them. They saw a black mass in front of them, like a demonic cloud that shrouded the entire world. Black chi and demonic light soared into the sky, and the extremely terrifying demonic aura spread in all directions. The entire void of the world seemed to be collapsing. The extreme demonic might of the Great Path was vast and mighty. If the three-boundary monument in Gu Fei's hand had not spread a gentle power to protect everyone, he would have died under this extreme demonic might the moment he came out. No living creature could withstand the extreme demonic might of the Great Path, unless they had an extreme Tao weapon to protect them. Rumble. The world in front of them was shaking. The extreme demonic might of the Great Path was vast and mighty. Within the demonic aura, there were actually countless demonic shadows looming. The demonic aura was so strong that even Gu Fei felt his heart palpitate. If he did not have the three-boundary monument to protect him, he would not have been able to withstand such a powerful demonic might. The sky-devouring demon diagram shrouded the entire void of the world in front of them, but a wave of desolate demonic force spread out. An incomparably ferocious desolate demonic beast struggled in the void in front of them, wanting to rush out. However, an incomparably huge demonic hand appeared in the void and directly suppressed the desolate demonic beast. This was an incomparably shocking scene. Even Gu Fei could not help but be moved. "You guys stay here. I will go and take a look," Gu Fei said to the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord and the others. Then, he directly took a step forward and grabbed the peerless ominous saber. The peerless ominous saber emitted an aura that protected him. He left the three-boundary monument behind. If he did not leave the three-boundary monument, the mysterious Demon Mountain Lord and the others would not have been able to withstand the sky-devouring demon diagram's pressure, and directly died. The mysterious Demon Mountain Lord and the others couldn't help but be shocked when they saw Gu Fei actually rushing into the range of the sky-devouring demon diagram. One should know that it was the sky-devouring demon diagram. "Quickly retreat, or else you will be killed without mercy!" The Moon Demon's voice resounded the moment Gu Fei rushed into the range of the sky-devouring demon diagram. His tone was filled with a cold, killing intent. "Haha, you can kill me first!" Gu Fei burst into laughter. The peerless ominous saber in his hand vibrated, exuding an extremely fierce and domineering fiendish aura that repelled the demonic pressure in the surroundings. "Preposterous!" The Moon Demon was furious. Then, black chains of law stretched out from the void, entangling Gu Fei. Swish! Gu Fei directly swung the peerless ominous saber in his hand. With a flash of saber light, the entangling demonic laws transformed into chains were immediately destroyed by the saber light. The extremely fierce and domineering saber light not only destroyed the chains of law, but also broke through the layers of demonic power, descending towards the Moon Demon who was sitting cross-legged in the void. Gu Fei's long hair fluttered in the wind as his gaze flickered like lightning. This slash of his blade had displayed an astonishing might. Within that overbearing and ominous blade light, there was actually a vague illusory image of a huge dragon. The Moon Demon let out a furious roar. Extreme demonic energy erupted from her body, and ancient demonic patterns appeared in the void. They intertwined and formed a demonic diagram, which blocked the peerless blade light that was slashing down. This was definitely not the moon demon's power, but the power of the sky-devouring demon diagram that she had activated. After all, the sky-devouring demon diagram was an extreme demonic diagram that had once shaken the 3 realms and 6 paths in the distant past. The saber light that erupted from the peerless ominous saber in Gu Fei's hand was actually blocked. The extremely fierce and domineering saber light paused for a moment when it broke through the demonic diagrams, giving the moon demon a chance to catch her breath. Whoosh! The moon demon's figure disappeared into the void the moment before the saber light landed, causing Gu Fei's saber to slash through thin air. Gu Fei could not help but be moved. The sky-devouring demon diagram was indeed powerful. It could actually resist the peerless ominous saber. It should be known that the peerless ominous saber was one of the most powerful extreme weapons in the 3 realms and 6 paths. In the next moment, the moon demon's figure appeared in the distant void. She was unwilling to fight Gu Fei at a time like this. Her figure flashed, and she disappeared into the void once again. A demonic diagram appeared in the void, then tore through the void in an attempt to escape. Trying to leave? Gu Fei suddenly smiled. The peerless ominous saber in his hand also flew up, transforming into a black dragon that soared thousands of meters into the sky. It instantly caught up to the demonic diagram. The black dragon was extremely ferocious. It did not care about the sky-devouring demon diagram and directly grabbed it, wanting to grab it. Rumble! The 2 extreme powers exploded. The demonic diagram directly broke free from the black dragon's claw, shattered the void, and instantly escaped. Roar! The black dragon roared to the sky. A terrifying aura spread across hundreds of millions of miles. More than half of the living beings in the Chaos Demon realm could feel this violent aura. Countless demonic living beings were shocked. At this moment, countless powerful demonic living beings in the entire Chaos Demon realm were alarmed. What's going on? Why did the aura of that ominous dragon appear here? On the peak of a towering mountain in the eastern region of the Chaos Devil world, a devil expert who was sitting cross-legged on a boulder suddenly opened his eyes. 2 extremely sharp blood-red eyes shot out from his eyes, which were more than 30 meters long. In other regions of the Chaos Demon realm, there were also peerless demonic experts who were awakened from their slumber. A demonic palace rushed out from the depths of a bottomless abyss in the southern region. Endless demonic aura surged out from the palace and instantly enveloped the entire heaven and earth. A blood-red eyes could be vaguely seen in the demonic aura. Is it time? From the depths of the soaring demonic aura, such words were transmitted. Countless demonic living beings in the southern region were extremely frightened. Even the demonic experts were trembling with fear as if doomsday had arrived. In the depths of a demonic sea in the northern region, towering waves were set off. Among the waves, a demonic ship broke through the layers of waves and rushed out. On the bow of the demonic ship stood an extremely powerful figure. In the central region, many demonic figures that had disappeared for countless years reappeared in the eyes of the world. Those ancient demons that were thought to have fallen had now jumped out again. At this time, in the western region, the black dragon roared to the sky and turned into a black saber. It flew back to Gu Fei and fell into Gu Fei's hand. What a pity! Gu Fei sighed. He originally wanted to study the Undying Demon Lord's heavenly demon undying body, but it seemed impossible now because the Undying Demon Lord had been captured by the Moon Devil. He put away the peerless ominous saber and took a step forward, arriving in front of Mysterious Demon Mountain Master and the others. Let's go! He waved his hand and took back the 3-boundary monument. A mass of chaotic light wrapped around Mysterious Demon Mountain Master and the others, and they instantly disappeared in the void. In the next moment, they had already returned to Mysterious Demon Mountain. Master, if you want to study the Undying Demon Lord, you don't need to capture the Undying Demon Lord. There must be a complete inheritance of this technique in the demonic lake. After returning to Mysterious Demon Mountain, Luopeng said to Gu Fei. Gu Fei's eyes lit up when he heard this. Lord Devil Master was captured by the falling Moon Devil Palace's Moon Devil? An old man sitting on a throne said unhurriedly. He did not seem to care about Undying Demon Lord being captured. He did not even look at Emokwe. The two fellows who had escaped back to the Heavenly Demon Lake were Emokwe and Lu Emo. When the two of them saw the Moon Demon, they quietly escaped. When the Moon Demon showed his power, no one noticed that these two guys had already escaped from the Black Demon Mountain, because everyone's attention was attracted by the Moon Demon and the Undead Demon Master. No one noticed that the two cunning fellows had already escaped. Great Clan Elder, that Moon Demon used the Heaven-Devouring Demon diagram. Seems like Lord Demon Lord has fallen in the hands of the Moon Demon. Emokwe didn't see Undying Demon Master being captured by Moon Devil, but he could guess, because Undying Demon Master didn't return to Heavenly Demon Lake. Humph! I think you also didn't see Lord Demon Lord being captured by Moon Demon. Maybe Lord Demon Lord wasn't captured by Moon Demon. Another old man snorted and said, Second Clan Elder, who could withstand the power of the Heaven-Devouring Demon diagram? Although I didn't see Lord Demon Lord being captured by Moon Demon, you and I both know that the power of the primordial demon horn is not comparable to the Heaven-Devouring Demon diagram. Emokwe said. At this moment, another guy who had escaped from death was standing in the main hall. He was carefully observing the expressions of the other demons in the main hall. This guy was Lu Emo. He was the one who had escaped with Emokwe. Moon Demon didn't put Emokwe and Lu Emo in his eyes at all. If they escaped, so be it. Lu Emo was secretly shocked because he realized that the people in charge of Heavenly Demon Lake in the main hall were not anxious at all, as if they didn't care about Undying Demon Master's life. How could this be? Lu Emo felt that something was wrong. However, he wasn't from Heavenly Demon Lake. Although he felt uneasy, he knew that the clan elders of Heavenly Demon Lake wouldn't do anything to him. Even Heavenly Demon Lake was afraid of the force behind Lu Emo. It was also because Undying Demon Master wanted to form an alliance with the force behind Lu Emo that he invited Lu Emo to help. Actually, Lu Emo's cultivation and fighting power couldn't be compared to Undying Demon Master. One should know that Undying Demon Master was a great demon Venerable, while he was only at the peak of Demon Venerable realm. At this moment, Lu Emo was like a bystander and couldn't interrupt. To be exact, Lu Emo didn't have the right to speak. Are we really not going to save Lord Demon Lord? Emokwe looked at Second Clan Elder in disbelief. In the entire Heavenly Demon Lake, there were 3 great clan elders, First Clan Elder, Second Clan Elder and Third Clan Elder. The cultivation of First Clan Elder wasn't the highest. The one with the highest cultivation was Third Clan Elder. In Heavenly Demon Lake, apart from Undying Demon Master who was the strongest great demon Venerable, Third Clan Elder was the second strongest expert in Heavenly Demon Lake. He was also a great demon Venerable. Third Clan Elder was a very strange person. He always disappeared mysteriously and no one knew where he went. But after a period of time, this strange guy would appear in front of everyone again. But now, in the main hall of Heavenly Demon Palace, the seat that belonged to Third Clan Elder was empty. At this crucial moment, the second strongest expert in Heavenly Demon Lake had disappeared. This gave Emokwe a headache because Heavenly Demon Lake wasn't a monolithic block. At least, First Clan Elder and Second Clan Elder were in one camp while Lord Demon Lord was in another camp. Although Undying Demon Master was a great demon Venerable, he didn't dare to attack First Clan Elder and Second Clan Elder because these two old fogies had lived for countless years and their force was deeply rooted in Heavenly Demon Lake. Once they shed all pretense of cordiality with these forces, it wouldn't be a good thing for the entire Heavenly Demon Lake. And now, Undying Demon Master might have been captured by Moon Demon. To First Clan Elder and Second Clan Elder, this was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to rise in power. Thinking of this, Emokwe knew that these guys wouldn't save Undying Demon Master. Staying here was simply a waste of breath. Let's go! Lu Emo suddenly walked forward and patted Emokwe's shoulder. Brother Lu, when you return to Green Bamboo Palace and see Great Demon Venerable Qing Zhu, please say hello to us old guys. I won't be seeing you off. First Clan Elder said indifferently without even raising his head. At this moment, several figures appeared in the sky 1,000 miles away from Heavenly Demon Lake. They looked at the terrifying demonic lake in front of them. I-1292. Chapter 3088. The Heavenly Demon Lake is indeed a land of devils. An innate devil ancestor must have been born here. Otherwise, there wouldn't be such a strong demonic aura. High up in the sky, Gu-Fei stood in the void and couldn't help but be moved when he saw the huge lake filled with demonic chi. Above the lake, the demonic clouds rolled. Sometimes, they would condense into a huge demonic figure standing between heaven and earth, and sometimes, they would dissipate and turn back into demonic clouds. Gu-Fei knew that even though the innate demon ancestor had left and had fallen for countless years, the demonic nature of the innate demon ancestor was still present. The ancestral land of the demonic lake was indeed extraordinary. It was a rare demonic land. Master is indeed powerful. Nothing can be hidden from Master's heaven's eye. Countless years ago, this heavenly demon lake had indeed given birth to a heavenly demon. Luopen, who was standing beside Gu-Fei, hurriedly said. In the primal chaos demon world, the Khanate demons born from the world were known as heavenly demons. The reason why this place is called Heavenly Demon Lake is because a heavenly demon once appeared here. She could not let Luoping be in the limelight in front of her master. She had to jump out at the right time and reveal her existence. Who's going to take the lead and snatch the undying body of the sky demon for me? Gu-Fei's expression was still very calm as he spoke indifferently. This Foam K demon lady and demon lord Luoping immediately retreated. The strength of the demonic lake was not to be underestimated. There were many experts in the demonic lake. Even if the undead demon lord was not here, they would not dare to be presumptuous here. It must be known that it was not by chance or luck that the heavenly demon lake was able to become one of the three great forces in the western region. Swoosh! At this time, Black Demon Mountain Lord, who had been silent all this while, took a step forward. He instantly traversed thousands of miles of the void and appeared in the sky above Heavenly Demon Lake, arriving in front of Heavenly Demon Palace. At that moment, the gates of the Sky Demon Palace opened with a rumbling sound, and two figures walked out of the Sky Demon Palace. What? When those two fellows saw Mystic Demon Mountain Lord, they were extremely shocked. Amokue's legs went soft, and he almost knelt down. What are you doing? Willow Demon hurriedly extended his hand to support Amokue. My legs have gone soft, Amokue whispered. At this moment, even Demon Willow was indescribably shocked. He had never thought that the demons of the Falling Moon Demon Palace had not arrived, but the Lord of the Black Demon Mountain had instead appeared here. You two didn't die? Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was also very surprised to see Amokue and Lu Mo. Other than him, these two guys had already been killed by Moon Devil. It seemed that these two guys were afraid of death and fled first. Ahaha, Black Demon Mountain Lord, I didn't expect us to be so fated to meet again so quickly. Devil Willow was also having a headache. They were too unlucky. They had just been chased out by those old antiques of the Heavenly Devil Palace, and immediately encountered an even more terrifying guy. They were also indescribably shocked. They didn't think that the Black Demon Mountain Lord could actually escape that massacre. The Moon Demon came with the Devouring Heaven Demon diagram, but this guy actually survived. How is this possible? Amokue's voice trembled. Monstrous Demon Mountain Lord? At that moment, an elderly voice rang out from within the Heavenly Demon Palace. An extremely powerful demonic aura surged out from within the Heavenly Demon Palace. Man Mo? Sensing this aura, Monstrous Demon Mountain Lord couldn't help but be moved. He didn't think that he would meet the guy he least wanted to meet as soon as he arrived here. It's the third clan elder? Hearing that voice, Amokue couldn't help but be surprised and delighted. So the third clan elder had been in the Heavenly Demon Palace all along. But why didn't the third clan elder come out just now? At that moment, Devil Willow hurriedly pulled Amokue to the side. Devil Willow's ability to urge luck and avoid calamity was definitely not just for show. Otherwise, this guy wouldn't have been able to live until now and still roam freely in the primal chaos demon world. Monstrous demon mountain lord, what are you doing here? That elderly voice rang out again. Then, a figure walked out from the heavenly demon palace. What's the matter with those people behind you? A short and fat old man dressed in white appeared in front of everyone. His face was ruddy, and he looked very comical. I'm here to borrow your undying body of the heavenly demon to take a look. Monstrous demon mountain lord directly stated his purpose. With his cultivation and battle strength, there was no need for him to hide anything. What? When the fat old man heard this, his two long white eyebrows immediately stood up. His eyes flickered with a bright light that was as bright as a blood-red star. At that moment, a group of powerful figures walked out from the heavenly demon palace. Monstrous demon mountain lord, where do you think this is? Since you're here, don't leave. A loud shout rang out. The great clan elder led a group of experts from the heavenly demon lake and arrived behind the fat old man. Who do you think you are? An extreme demon lord? The second clan elder stared at monstrous demon mountain lord disdainfully and said, Humph! They're just two ants. How dare they act so presumptuously here? Crazy Mo, you don't mind if I help you teach these two fellows a lesson, right? Monstrous demon mountain lord glanced at the great clan elder and the second clan elder and said such words. Is that so? Then I'll have to trouble you. The fat old man glanced at the great clan elder and the second clan elder and said, What? When the great clan elder and the others heard the fat old man's words, they were really shocked. If the third clan elder really didn't care about them, then they would be in trouble. Humph! Black Demon Mountain Lord waved his sleeve, and the two elders of Heavenly Demon Lake standing behind Madman Mo were sent flying, crashing into the Heavenly Demon Palace. The other experts of Heavenly Demon Lake were dumbfounded when they saw this scene. The three great clan elders actually allowed the great clan elder and the second clan elder to be blasted away by Black Demon Mountain Master. Why are you showing mercy? If you kill them, it's on me. Lunatic Mo said to the Black Devil Mountain Lord. The Black Devil Mountain Lord was a great devil lord. If he wanted to kill the first and second elder, it would be as easy as flipping his palm. However, he didn't kill them. At this time, the Grand Elder and Second Elder who had just walked out of the Heavenly Devil Palace couldn't help but spit out a mouthful of blood when they heard Crazy Mo's words. It spurted out? All right. Cut the crap, hand over the Heavenly Demon Immortal Body technique and I'll leave. Mystic Demon Mountain Lord was getting impatient. Ha ha, that is a secret of my Heavenly Demon Lake. It is not impossible for me to let you take a look. However, I have a condition. Crazy Mo said with a smile. What condition? Said Lord of Black Demon Mountain. It's a very simple condition. You have to defeat me. Crazy Mo said. Preposterous. You dare to fool me? When Black Demon Mountain Lord heard this, his blood-red eyes immediately emitted an ominous glint. If he could defeat this lunatic, he would naturally be able to do whatever he wanted in Heavenly Demon Lake. One must know that Crazy Mo was the strongest existence in Heavenly Demon Lake. I-1292. Chapter 3089. The two great demons confronted each other in the sky above the Heavenly Demon Lake. Powerful demonic pressure erupted from the two demonic shadows. The demonic chi around the Heavenly Demon Lake was vast and mighty, and a terrifying aura spread in all directions. Asterisk. It seems that you won't hand over the Heavenly Demon Immortal Body technique without a fight. However, if you lose, the consequences will be very serious. I'm afraid that a madman like you won't be able to bear it. Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord stared at Crazy Mo and said coldly. Haha, you dared to come here because of the person behind you, right? Lunatic Mo glanced behind Black Demon Mountain Lord. He directly ignored Phoenix Sparrow Witch and Luopun. His gaze landed on Gu Fei. I advise you to hand over the Heavenly Demon Immortal Body technique. Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord said calmly. He knew that the moment Gu Fei decided to come to the Heavenly Demon Lake, the fate of the heavenly demon lake had already been decided. Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord, do you think that this is your mysterious demon mountain? Do you think that we will hand it over just because you tell us to? The great elder fiercely stared at Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord. His eyes were filled with a vicious light, like a poisonous snake staring at its prey. That's right. Who do you think you are? Get out of here quickly, or else I'll kick your ass. The second elder shouted arrogantly. One should know that this was the ancestral land of the heavenly demon lake. Not everyone could come here and behave atrociously. Haha, haven't the two of you learned your lesson? Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord's eyes swept over the two old fogies behind Crazy Mo. His eyes were full of disdain. In his opinion, these two guys were just two jumping clowns. The two great elders of the heavenly demon lake were startled and didn't dare to say anything. Just now, Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord had casually waved his sleeve and sent them flying. The gap between the two of them was too big. In the entire Heavenly Devil Lake, there was only one person who had the qualifications to contend against the Black Devil Mountain Lord, Mad Demon. However, this Mad Demon was very unreliable. No one knew what he was thinking. He would often make unexpected moves and would not play by the rules. Both of you, shut up! Haven't you lost enough face? Crazy Mo suddenly turned around and shouted at the two old fogies behind him. You! The expressions of the great clan elder and the second clan elder turned ugly. They were the clan elders of Heavenly Demon Lake after all. They held high positions in Heavenly Demon Lake. Who dared to reprimand them like this? However, at this moment, the great clan elder and the second clan elder did not dare to voice their anger. This was because they did not dare to offend the person who had berated them. Don't dilly-dally. At this time, a voice resounded in Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's mind. It was Gu Fei's voice. Yes. Black Demon Mountain Lord hurriedly nodded. Crazy Mo felt uneasy. In the next moment, Mysterious Demon Mountain Lord's figure disappeared in the void. It was as if he had blended into the surrounding void in an instant and disappeared without a trace. What? On the other side, Man and Mo's heart trembled when he saw this. The Mystic Demon Mountain Master's void ability seemed to have become even more powerful. Without thinking, he directly moved several dozen feet to the side. Boom! In the instant that he moved, a demonic hand slapped out of the void and shattered the space where Mystic Demon Mountain Lord had been standing. Seeing this scene, all the experts were taken aback. Even Mo Kuei and Lu Mo, who had retreated a long time ago, felt their hearts palpitate. The vast and mighty energy fluctuation on the demonic hand was too powerful. Heavenly Demon Soul Slash! Man Mo directly displayed the killing technique of Heavenly Demon Lake. A bright demonic light rushed out from between his eyebrows and turned into a horrifying saber shadow, slashing towards the void. The powerful heavenly demon force directly split the void between heaven and earth, slashing out a figure hidden in the void. Demonic sense tracking, there is nowhere to hide. It is the nemesis of void abilities. Man Mo said proudly as he looked at Mystic Demon Mountain Lord who was slashed out of the void by his saber. Interesting. In the distant sky, Gu Fei couldn't help but secretly nod when he saw this scene. As long as Mystic Demon Mountain Lord made a move, Man Mo would be able to use his demonic sense to track and sense the location of his main body. However, Gu Fei was very clear that Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's void ability had a flaw, which was why Man Mo's demonic sense could sense him. Gu Fei, on the other hand, cultivated one of the 9 secrets of Immortal Tao, the anti-void secret technique, so no one could sense his existence. Void Slash! Monstrous Demon Mountain Lord bellowed. He waved both his hands, and rays of incomparably sharp demonic light rushed out from his hands, slashing towards Man Mo. Each demonic light emitted an unimaginable power. Wherever it passed, it directly destroyed the void between heaven and earth, leaving behind a pitch-black spatial crack that was difficult to repair. Haha! Man Mo rushed forward while laughing. All the demonic lights that slashed towards him passed through his body as if they were passing through a layer of smoke, without any resistance. Heavenly Demon Undying Body? Mystic Demon Mountain Lord couldn't help but be startled when he saw this scene. This man Mo also cultivated this technique, which was known as the Undying Body in the demonic Tao. Man Mo directly pounced towards Mystic Demon Mountain Lord without any scruples. Rumble! The void trembled. A powerful demonic might burst out from the blurry figure, and ancient demonic runes appeared on the figure. Clang! The sound of a divine weapon being unsheathed came from Man Mo's body. The demonic runes flew out from his body and turned into a peerless sword light that pierced towards Mystic Demon Mountain Lord. Buzz! Mystic Demon Mountain Lord's body shook, and the void around him rippled like water. Then, the demonic runes on Man Mo's body turned into sword light and directly disappeared into the void. What? Man Mo couldn't help but be shocked when he saw this scene. This guy's great Tao of void had already reached an extremely profound level. He could actually guide his sword light into the void. The sword lights disappeared into the water-like void around mysterious Demon Mountain Lord, like a clay ox disappearing into the sea. Man Mo could no longer sense the existence of the sword lights he sent out. You come in too! Black Demon Mountain Lord roared in anger. The void shook, and the entire void seemed to have turned into a transparent ripple. It instantly spread out, and swallowed Mad Demon in an instant. Man Mo cultivated the Heavenly Demon Undying Body. Although Mystic Demon Mountain Lord couldn't kill him, he could still send this guy into the endless primal chaos. It was terrifying to the extreme. The might of this type of demonic flames was too great. Man Mo's move also happened to break Mystic Devil Mountain Lord's cosmos shift great mystique. One must know that even the void was annihilated. It was impossible for Mystic Devil Mountain Lord to move such a force into the void even if he wanted to. One must know that this type of demonic flames could even burn and annihilate the void. Since even the void was destroyed, Mystic Devil Mountain Lord naturally could not move this force into the void. Mystic Devil Mountain Lord quickly retreated, leaving behind a series of afterimages in the void. At the same time, Mystic Devil Mountain Lord waved his hands in front of him, and a pitch-black whirlpool appeared in front of him. After that, a heaven-devouring force surged out from the whirlpool. The burning blood-colored demonic flames actually converged towards the whirlpool, showing signs of being devoured. The two great experts fought, and a terrifying demonic aura spread in all directions. This was a battle between great devil saints, attracting the attention of countless cultivators. However, not many people dared to break into the ancestral land of Demonic Lake. Therefore, many demons were watching from afar, not daring to approach. Roar! Man Mo roared and shook his right hand, forcing the Black Demon Mountain Lord to retreat. Then, the space between his eyebrows lit up. Shwa! A devilish light rushed out from the space between his eyebrows. Buzz! The demonic light vibrated and turned into a peerless demonic saber that slashed towards Mystic Devil Mountain Lord. This was the demonic soul-slaying technique that Man Mo cultivated. It had great power and could slay primordial spirits. It was somewhat similar to Gu Fei's primordial spirit sword technique. Great Void Shift! Mystic Devil Mountain Lord roared, and a demonic power of the void immediately erupted from his body. The void around him was distorted, and the demonic flames that were burning towards him were about to burn his body. The power of the Great Void Shift was also displayed at this time. The void around Mystic Devil Mountain Lord collapsed and distorted, forming a void of its own. Whether it was the demonic flames or Man Mo's demonic soul-slaying saber light, they were unable to harm Mystic Devil Mountain Lord in the slightest. Mystic Devil Mountain Lord and Man Mo seemed to be evenly matched, and it was difficult for either to defeat the other. This made Gu Fei, who was watching from afar, somewhat impatient. In the end, I still have to take action. Gu Fei sighed and said. Phoenix Demon Lady and Demon Lord Luopun, who were behind Gu Fei, were startled when they heard Gu Fei's words. With their master personally taking action, Man Mo was going to be in big trouble. Shwa! Then, Gu Fei's figure disappeared from the void, and when he reappeared, he was already in front of Man Mo. What? Man Mo's shock was no small matter. Bang! Before Man Mo could react, Gu Fei's fist had already landed on his chest, and an extremely violent fist force instantly erupted. Man Mo let out a blood-curdling scream, and was sent flying thousands of zhang away. Then, with a bang sound, his body exploded in the void, turning into a cloud of blood mist. Seeing this scene, all the experts of the demons were inexplicably shocked. This black-robed young man actually managed to send Man Mo flying with just one move. This kind of battle strength was too heaven-defying. However, an attack of this level was naturally unable to truly hurt Man Mo. In the next moment, the cloud of blood mist once again converged together, and a ball of demonic light emerged, and a figure directly walked out from the demonic light. This person was Man Mo. Master! When Mystic Devil Mountain Lord saw Gu Fei, he quickly saluted. Master? Man Mo was extremely shocked after hearing Mystic Devil Mountain Lord's words. This Mystic Devil Mountain Lord was actually willing to be this guy's slave. Great devil venerables were extremely arrogant, and they would rather die in battle than become a captive, and then become the slave of the victor. This black-robed young man was actually able to subdue Mystic Devil Mountain Lord. Could it be that he was a supreme? Chapter 3091. Gu Fei attacked. With just a punch, Crazy Mo was blasted into a mist of blood. However, Crazy Mo had also cultivated the heavenly demon undying body. Such an attack could not hurt him at all. Who are you? Crazy Mo stared at Gu Fei, who was standing in the void, and said coldly. At this time, he did not dare to be careless. This person gave him an extremely dangerous feeling. You don't need to know who I am, Gu Fei said indifferently. As Gu Fei was speaking, Crazy Mo took a step forward and instantly appeared in front of Gu Fei. Crazy Mo was shocked to find that he could not sense the aura of Gu Fei even though he was standing right in front of him. If he could not see it with his eyes, he would not be able to sense Gu Fei's existence. At this time, Black Demon Mountain Lord retreated. Crazy Mo glanced at Black Demon Mountain Lord and then at Gu Fei. You are the one who wants to snatch my Heavenly Demon Lake's Heavenly Demon Undying Body technique. Yes, I want to take a look. Gu Fei nodded and said. It's not easy to take a look at my Heavenly Demon Lake's Heavenly Demon Undying technique. In front of you is a living Heavenly Demon Undying technique. Crazy Mo suddenly said insolently. Is that so? That's good too. Then let me see what's so special about your Heavenly Demon Lake's technique. Gu Fei stood with his hands clasped behind his back and said calmly, as if he did not put Crazy Mo in his eyes at all. Ha, you dare to look down on me? Crazy Mo laughed sinisterly, revealing his arrogance. It's fine to look down on you. Gu Fei's tone was still calm. Damn it! I want to see what kind of ability you have. How dare you come to my Heavenly Demon Lake and behave atrociously? Man Mo let out a strange cry. He stretched out his hand and grabbed at Gu Fei. A huge hand immediately appeared in the void. In an instant, it became as huge as a mountain. In an instant, it enveloped Gu Fei. The entire world darkened, and the void that was enveloped by the giant hand trembled. Pitch-black spatial cracks continued to appear, like black lightning wreaking havoc. In the face of Lunatic Mo's ultimate move, Gu Fei still had a calm expression on his face. He raised his head and allowed the gigantic palm to descend. A layer of primal chaos divine light emerged from his body. Rumble! Man Mo's giant palm was like a collapsing mountain, slamming down with a loud rumble. The void collapsed, crushing everything, and in an instant, Gu Fei's figure was submerged under the giant palm. However, a furious roar was heard in the next moment. A ray of chaotic divine light pierced through the giant demonic hand and soared into the sky. Hee, Lunatic Mo has hit the nail. Up in the sky, Luo Peng laughed when he saw this scene. Lunatic Mo was currently the #1 expert of Heavenly Demon Lake. If the Undying Demon Lord didn't return, he would definitely take over. The gigantic demonic hand retracted. Lunatic Mo's facial muscles twitched. He lowered his head and saw a bloody hole on his right palm. Purplish-black demonic blood was oozing out from it. Kill! Lunatic Mo's eyes turned red. His pupils were originally blood red, but now they became even redder. The bloody light that shot out from his eyes was tens of meters long. A violent demonic energy fluctuation erupted from Lunatic Mo's body. The powerful force directly shook the heavens and earth. Lunatic Mo's white hair danced in the wind. However, in an instant, his white hair turned black. This was because every single strand of his hair was emitting a black light. Such an existence could kill a Saint Venerable with just a strand of his hair. This was the strength and terror of a quasi-supreme. Is he going crazy? Gu Fei stood in the air. Looking at the crazed Man Nmo, he laughed. Even though Man Nmo was charging towards him, he still didn't move a single inch. Bang! Lunatic Mo, who was almost in a state of madness, directly rushed towards Gu Fei. However, when he was tens of meters away from Gu Fei, he seemed to have crashed into an invisible wall and was directly sent flying. Roar! Lunatic Mo roared in anger. His long hair danced in the wind. His head was covered in demonic blood. His head was actually bleeding from the collision. Seeing this scene, whether it was the mysterious demon mountain lord or the other demons of Heavenly Demon Lake, all of them were stunned. They didn't expect Gu Fei to be so powerful. The strength displayed by Gu Fei had even exceeded the mysterious demon mountain lord's estimation. I think you should hand over the undying heavenly demon body. Gu Fei coldly looked at the battered Lunatic Mo and said. However, Lunatic Mo didn't seem to hear Gu Fei's words at all. He became even crazier. His head was covered in demonic blood and his face was incomparably hideous. He suddenly grinned at Gu Fei. His horrifying white teeth were shining. He seemed to have turned into a terrifying beast that could pounce on Gu Fei at any time. Fine. Since that's the case, I'll send you on your way. Gu Fei's patience finally ran out. At this time, Lunatic Mo had already rushed over. A demonic shadow emerged from his body. It was ferocious and terrifying, and its demonic might shook the 9 heavens. Buzz! Gu Fei made his move. A chaotic purple light directly rushed out from between his eyebrows. It turned into a Dao sword and slashed towards Lunatic Mo. What? Lunatic Mo was taken aback. Although he was called a lunatic by his opponents, he was not a lunatic. His sense of danger had surpassed all the other demons at the same level. Gu Fei's killing technique made him feel extreme danger. He had a premonition that if he was hit by this sword, even if he cultivated the undying body of the heavenly demon, which was known to make him immortal, he would still die. Swish! Lunatic Mo directly rushed to the side. He wanted to avoid the sword. However, the speed of the sword was too fast. This guy was actually so powerful. This had already far exceeded his imagination. It had also exceeded everyone's imagination. The supreme treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake, the demonic Yang Orb, was refined by Gu Fei. This caused all the experts of Heavenly Demon Lake to be extremely shocked. It should be known that it was the supreme treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake. The demonic Yang Orb had always been in the possession of the Grand Elder. This was something that everyone in Heavenly Demon Lake knew very well how powerful the demonic Yang Orb was. Everyone in Heavenly Demon Lake actually wanted to obtain this demonic artifact. However, no one dared to challenge the authority of the Grand Elder and snatch the demonic Yang Orb from him. However, the demonic Yang Orb had been refined by someone in an instant. How is this possible? All the higher-ups of Heavenly Demon Lake found it hard to accept. What? Is this demonic orb very important to you? Why do you all look at me like this? If that's the case, I'll return it to you, Gu Fei said and suddenly smiled. Then, he directly threw the demonic orb in his hand. What? The higher-ups of Heavenly Demon Lake could not help but be overjoyed. However, in the next moment, they were shocked. The change between joy and shock was too fast. Chapter 3092. Gu Fei used the godly seizing secret technique to read the memories of Crazy Mo's primordial spirit. The group of demons from Heavenly Demon Lake could not sit still when they saw this. They knew that if Crazy Mo was killed, they would also be in big trouble. However, when the great clan elder of Heavenly Demon Lake made his move, everyone was stunned. This black-robed young man had refined the great demon Venerable demonic Qi demonic Yang bead in one move. The demonic Yang bead was a precious treasure of Heavenly Demon Lake. It was extremely powerful. Once the demonic Yang bead appeared, the demonic Yang bead would illuminate the sky. Even a great demon Venerable would have to be cautious. Rumble! At this moment, a demonic sun descended from the sky above the group of demons. The entire void shook violently, and pitch-black spatial cracks appeared. What? Seeing this scene, the great clan elder and the second clan elder were so scared that their legs trembled, and they almost collapsed to the ground. Even the great clan elder and the second clan elder were scared to such a state, let alone the other experts of the Heavenly Demon Lake. Those fellows behind the great clan elder and the second clan elder were scared out of their wits by the mighty great demon Venerable level demonic might that descended from the sky. They directly collapsed to the ground, unable to even think of resisting. The great demon Venerable demonic might could definitely intimidate all the demons. It should be known that this was an existence that was second only to the extreme demon ancestor. As the demonic sun descended, all the experts of demons under the demonic sun felt their souls tremble. It was as if their souls would be shattered by the mighty demonic might that descended from the sky in the next moment. The aura of death surged into the hearts of all the experts of demons. I don't want to die. Some of the experts of demons roared in despair. Humph, how dare you go against Master? Aren't you courting death? You still say you don't want to die. What a joke. In the distant sky, Demon Venerable Luoping said disdainfully when he saw this scene. Phoenix Sparrow Demon Lady was also gloating at the scene in front of her. Even further away in the void, Lu Mo and Mo Kui were completely dumbfounded. Just who was this black-robed young man? He was actually so powerful. Just when everyone thought that those unlucky fellows from the Heavenly Demon Lake were going to be killed by Gu Fei, a ball of demonic light suddenly emerged from the second clan elder's body. Within the demonic light, a demonic turtle could be vaguely seen. The devil tortoise shrouded all the devil race experts below, and a powerful great devil Venerable level demonic aura erupted from the devil tortoise. Two great demon Venerable level demonic powers collided. It was terrifying to the extreme. The void between the two demonic powers was constantly being annihilated. This was a scene that left everyone dumbfounded, shocking them to the extreme. In the dusky world, on the back of a demonic tortoise that was even larger than a mountain, there was actually a demonic sun. Gu Fei couldn't help but be moved when he saw this scene. He didn't expect the demons of the Heavenly Demon Lake to have such a powerful demonic artifact. In Gu Fei's view, this was a powerful quasi-supreme demonic artifact. It was a tortoise shell. To be more precise, it was the shell of a demon turtle. Could that be? Seeing the tortoise shell protecting the demons of the Heavenly Demon Lake, Lord Xianmo couldn't help but be startled. This was a demonic artifact even more famous than the demon Yang Pearl. The origin of this devil tortoise shell was very great. It was the ancestral item of the Heavenly Demon Lake. The so-called ancestral item was an item passed down from the ancestors. In other words, this devil tortoise shell was left behind by the heavenly demon that was born in the Heavenly Demon Lake. The legendary Heavenly Demon Turtle Shell! In the distant sky, some of the demons who saw this scene cried out in surprise. This was an extremely powerful ancestral artifact of the Heavenly Demon Lake. Although this ancestral artifact wasn't a supreme ancestral artifact, it wasn't far from it. Some ancient devils had once said that the Heavenly Demon Turtle Shell of the Heavenly Demon Lake could transform into a supreme ancestral artifact. Rumble! The huge demon turtle shell carried the demonic sun. This gave the experts of the Heavenly Demon Lake a chance to take a breather. However, activating this demonic artifact wasn't an easy thing to do. The second elder of the Heavenly Demon Lake, who was sitting cross-legged in the void, was already sweating profusely. His clothes were soaked in sweat. He was bitterly holding on. It should be known that he wasn't a great demon Venerable. It could be said that he was putting his life on the line to activate the heavenly demon turtle shell. In just a short period of time, the heavenly demon's secret treasure had already sucked away 1/3 of the second elder's demonic origin energy. Losing 1/3 of his demonic origin energy in an instant made the second elder's face pale as paper. He looked dispirited. "Quick, all of you, give the second elder a hand!" the great elder shouted anxiously. Once the second elder couldn't hold on any longer, the second elder wouldn't be the only one who would suffer. The great elder didn't want to end up dying. He immediately rushed to the back of the second elder and sat down cross-legged. Bam! His right palm hit the second elder's back. An incomparably pure demonic origin energy immediately surged out of his body and flowed along his arm into the second elder's body. When the other demons of the heavenly demon lake saw this, they hurriedly rushed to the back of the great elder and hit him on the back. Like this, the 13 demons quickly formed a line and sat cross-legged in the void. Seeing this scene, the hearts of the demons who were watching the battle from afar trembled. The heavenly demon lake had a kind of divine ability that allowed them to attack together. It seemed that these fellows from the heavenly demon lake were using this divine ability to fight against the black-clothed youth. After the second elder of the heavenly demon lake obtained the support of the great elder and the other 12 experts of the demon race, he immediately became spirited. One had to know that the power of the 12 experts of the demon race was concentrated on him. This powerful demonic power raised the second elder's combat strength to a limit that was infinitely close to the great demon Venerable. With the support of the endless demonic origin energy, the second elder fully activated the heavenly demon turtle shell. A terrifying demonic aura erupted, and a demonic turtle carrying a demonic sun soared into the sky. It actually directly rushed towards Gu Fei in the sky. Interesting. Seeing this, Gu Fei couldn't help but nod. It seemed that the heavenly demon lake was not without reason, as it could become one of the 3 major forces in the western region. This kind of divine ability that allowed them to attack together was already worth studying. Rumble! Gu Fei extended his right hand and pressed down. The demonic tortoise that was carrying the doomsday wheel into the sky immediately stopped in the void. What? All the demons who were watching the battle from afar were dumbfounded. This black-clothed youth was too powerful. He only stretched out his hand and he suppressed the soaring heavenly demon turtle shell. To the demons of the western region, suppressing the heavenly demon turtle shell with one hand was like a fantasy story. No one could believe it. The chaotic hand covered the sky and blocked the terrifying demonic turtle that soared into the sky. The powerful chaotic force descended from the chaotic hand and sealed the entire void. No matter how the heavenly demon turtle shell struggled and roared, it couldn't break through the suppression of the chaotic hand. Humph! Gu Fei exerted force in his right hand, and in the next moment, the sound of something cracking immediately came from the demonic sun on the tortoise's back. How is this possible? Hearing the cracking sound coming from the inside of the demonic sun, the demons in the heavenly demon lake below were shocked. However, before they could recover from the shock, a loud boom was heard and the demonic sun exploded. The extremely terrifying destructive power spread out in an instant, and the entire void collapsed in an instant. Even the demon tortoise below the demon sun dissipated in the void. After the demonic turtle disappeared, a huge tortoise shell appeared in the void, emitting a towering demonic chi. The heavenly demon turtle shell was worthy of being the secret treasure of the heavenly demon lake. It actually blocked the terrifying destructive force of the demonic sun's explosion. However, the 13 demons who were protected by the heavenly demon turtle shell coughed out a mouthful of blood. The power of the demonic sun's explosion spread out in all directions, instantly sweeping thousands of miles. Even the countless demons who were watching the battle from afar were affected. Some devil race powerhouses screamed miserably as they were engulfed by the destructive force. Countless demons were forced to retreat, constantly coughing out blood. On the other hand, Luo Peng and the others from the Black Demon Mountain were very comfortable because they were protected by the Black Demon Mountain Lord. They were not afraid of the mighty destructive force at all. Just when all the demon race experts were stunned by Gu Fei's powerful battle prowess, a figure standing high in the sky suddenly rushed out from between the eyebrows of a figure standing in the void. Swoosh! The figure's speed was extremely fast. In just a flash, the figure had already entered between Gu Fei's eyebrows. Then, the mad demon's body fell from the sky. With a plop sound, he fell into the heavenly demon lake below. All the devil race's experts were shocked. However, some of the devil race's experts rushed over and dove into the heavenly devil lake. The mad demon is not dead yet. Some demons took action and rescued the mad demon who fell into the heavenly demon lake. Then, they soared into the sky and rushed into the heavenly demon palace that was floating in the void. This heavenly devil palace was a temporary imperial residence left behind by the supreme heavenly devil. This palace was incomparably powerful, and was simply a moving super-killing machine. However, it was a pity that the demons of the heavenly demon lake could not use this super-killing weapon with their cultivation and strength. Moreover, even if they could use this super-killing weapon, it would be useless. This was because Gu Fei was not afraid of this super-killing weapon at all. The reason was simple. It was because he had an extreme Dao Saint weapon. Let's go. The demons of the heavenly demon lake worked together to activate the heavenly demon turtle shell to protect themselves. Then, they escaped into the heavenly demon palace. Chapter 3093. Gu Fei obtained the cultivation method of the invincible heavenly demon body from the memories of the crazy demon's primordial spirit with the divine plunder technique. It had to be said that this was a very impressive divine ability. Moreover, this demonic path divine ability was shockingly similar to the 9 secrets of the immortal path, the ascension secret technique. It seemed to have been deliberately created to restrain the 9 secrets of the immortal path. However, when Gu Fei understood this divine ability of the demons, he chuckled. It was simply wishful thinking for the demons to create a divine ability that could restrain the 9 secrets of the immortal path. Until now, no one had been able to surpass the secret technique created by the Supreme Tao Ancestor. Of course, every technique created by a sovereign could be said to be invincible, and every sovereign was invincible in their own era. Therefore, the killing techniques created by other sovereigns might be able to contend against the 9 secrets of immortal Tao. However, this invincible heavenly demon body divine ability could not because it was not an invincible technique created by a true supreme of the demonic path. He's not a supreme, yet he wants to create a supreme technique. He's overestimating himself. Gu Fei came to his senses. At this time, the experts of Heavenly Demon Lake had already escaped into the Heavenly Demon Palace, while the experts of Mystical Demon Mountain surrounded the Heavenly Demon Palace. However, the territory of the Heavenly Demon Lake was very large, and the Heavenly Demon Palace was not the only one. After the experts of the Heavenly Demon Lake in other regions received the news, many experts of the Demon Clan rushed back and surrounded Black Demon Mountain Master and the others. As a result, a strange phenomenon occurred near the Heavenly Demon Palace. The demons of Mystical Demon Mountain surrounded the Heavenly Demon Palace, but outside, the demons of Heavenly Demon Lake surrounded the demons of Mystical Demon Mountain. When Gu Fei learned of the current situation, he could not help but smile bitterly. He did not expect such a thing to happen. Although the strength of the experts in the periphery of Heavenly Demon Lake was not as strong as the experts of Heavenly Demon Lake trapped in the Heavenly Demon Palace, they should not be underestimated. The periphery of Heavenly Demon Lake was filled with demonic shadows. Demonic chi blotted out the sky, and demonic beasts roared and roared, emitting earth-shattering roars. There was also the devil bird circling high in the sky, casting a huge black shadow. No matter how many ants there are, they are still ants. They won't amount to anything, Gu Fei said with a smile. Master, what do we do now? Should we start a massacre? Luo Peng said to Gu Fei. His eyes were filled with madness and bloodlust. For demons, harvesting lives was actually a good way to cultivate. Suit yourselves, Gu Fei said. He had no interest in these low-level demons. Of course, there were also a few extremely powerful existences among the countless demons. However, among the demons, the strongest one was only at the peak of the demon Venerable level. Under the command of the 3 demon sovereigns, the countless demons surrounding the Heavenly Demon Lake sealed off the entire Heavenly Demon Lake. Unless the great demon Venerables made a move, no one could easily break in from the outside. Similarly, no one could easily break out from the inside. Haha, it's been a long time since I had a good time. Luo Ping couldn't help but lick his lips when he heard this. The look in his blood-red eyes became even crazier. Black Demon Mountain Lord, how dare you come to my Heavenly Demon Lake and act so presumptuously? You're simply courting death. At this moment, before Luo Ping could show his might, a great demon directly walked out from the Heavenly Demon Lake's army. Rock Demon? Luo Ping's eyes lit up when he saw the great demon. This great demon was one of the 3 great demon emperors of Heavenly Demon Lake, the Rock Demon Emperor. The Rock Demon Emperor controlled the countless demons under the Heavenly Demon Lake. He was the one who gathered the countless demons to surround Black Demon Mountain Lord and the others. Countless demonic shadows appeared in the surroundings. They seemed to be in a mess, but in fact, they were hiding in extremely powerful formation. The Rock Demon Emperor wasn't stupid. One should know that Black Demon Mountain Lord was a great demon Venerable. If Black Demon Mountain Lord wanted to kill him, it would be as easy as flipping his hand. If he didn't have something to rely on, he definitely wouldn't be stupid enough to come and die. Things are getting interesting. At this moment, Gu Fei raised his head and looked at the dusky sky. A cold light suddenly flashed in the depths of his eyes. Heavenly Demon Lake really wasn't simple. Rumble. The tightly shut gates of the Heavenly Demon Palace suddenly shook. On the walls of the Heavenly Demon Palace, countless demonic patterns appeared and interweaved, forming a mysterious and profound demonic diagram. Then, the entire void seemed to be resonating with the demon diagram that appeared on the Heavenly Demon Palace. The demon diagram that appeared on the Heavenly Demon Palace triggered the power of the world. What? Seeing this scene, Luo Ping and the other great demons of Black Demon Mountain couldn't help but change their expressions. Boom! At that moment, a loud sound rang out from the mountain ridges outside the demonic lake. A towering mountain suddenly exploded. After that, a stone pillar shot into the sky and pierced into the boundless sky. Then, in another direction, a loud noise sounded as well. A stone pillar broke through the ground, rushing out from the ground, directly piercing into the horizon. Following that, loud sounds came from all directions. A total of 9 stone pillars emerged from the ground, surrounding the entire Heavenly Demon Lake from 9 directions. The 9 stone pillars, which were taller than mountains, were carved with countless inscriptions. An extremely ancient and vicissitude aura spread from the 9 stone pillars. This is... Seeing this, Gu Fei didn't make a move immediately. Instead, he stared at the demon diagrams on the stone pillars. They were similar to demon formations. At this moment, the demon diagrams on the 9 stone pillars lit up and resonated with the demon diagrams that appeared on the Heavenly Demon Palace. We're actually trapped. Phoenix Sparrow Witch's voice trembled when she saw this. No one had ever been able to break the Great Formation of Heavenly Demon Lake. Once the Great Formation was activated, it wouldn't stop until blood was shed. The demonic aura emitted from the 9 stone pillars grew stronger and stronger. It was as if an extremely terrifying demon was gradually awakening from its slumber. Haha! You're all tired of living if you want to take advantage of my Heavenly Demon Lake. A burst of crazy laughter came from the Heavenly Demon Palace. A terrifying demonic might burst out from the Heavenly Demon Palace. A huge demonic shadow appeared above the Heavenly Demon Palace. Endless demonic clouds lingered around the demonic shadow. Seeing this, all the demons were extremely shocked. Even a great demon Venerable like Black Demon Mountain Lord felt a great deal of pressure. The power of the Heavenly Demon. Black Demon Mountain Lord raised his head and looked at the demonic figure that was countless times larger than a mountain. His blood-red eyes couldn't help but narrow. His gaze was like a needle piercing out from the depths of his eyes. The demons from the mystical demon mountain began to panic, but Gu Fei remained calm as he watched the scene unfold, as if he was an outsider watching from the sidelines. Rock demon, what are you trying to do? Venerable Luo Ping roared at the great demon in the distance. Haha, I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to kill you all. The demonic rock emperor laughed. Although he was also surrounded by the 9 stone pillars, he was the leader. He was the one who started everything. Come here. I promise I won't beat you to death. Luo Peng crooked his finger at the demonic rock emperor with a gloomy expression. But I'm going to beat you to death. The demonic rock emperor smiled sinisterly. Then, he disappeared into the void without a trace. However, in the next moment, bang! A dull thud was heard. Venerable Luo Peng was suddenly sent flying by a fist that appeared out of nowhere. Roar! Luo Peng roared in anger. He was sent flying thousands of feet away. A small part of his body on the left was smashed into a bloody mess. Demonic blood dripped down continuously. Rumble! The sound of wind and thunder came from Luo Peng's body. Rays of demonic light surged out from his body. The left side of his body was healing at a speed visible to the naked eye. Soon, his demonic body was completely healed. However, his clothes were still tattered. A loser dares to act so presumptuously in front of me? Aren't you courting death? The demonic rock emperor's voice resounded in the void. However, Luo Peng couldn't pinpoint the demonic rock emperor's exact location. The demonic rock emperor's movement technique was just too fast. Luo Peng was both shocked and furious. It turned out that he was indeed defeated by the demonic rock emperor. However, that was something that happened thousands of years ago. But now, Luo Peng tragically discovered that he was still no match for the demonic rock emperor. The demonic rock emperor had clearly mastered the terrifying movement technique of the demonic rock clan. The demonic rock clan was known for their speed. In the inheritance of this clan, there was an extreme speed technique. If one mastered this technique, they would possess the fastest speed in the world. Bang! Luo Peng was once again blasted away by the demonic rock emperor. This time, his demonic body was almost blasted apart. If the demonic rock emperor hadn't been merciful, he would have been blasted into a bloody mist. The demonic rock emperor wasn't in a hurry to kill Luo Peng. He hadn't had enough fun yet. At this moment, a demonic net descended from the sky towards the demonic rock emperor. The phoenix sparrow which had made her move. The demonic net enveloped the surroundings and trapped the demonic rock emperor. Haha! Within the demonic net, the demonic rock emperor burst into laughter. Then, an even more powerful demonic force erupted from his body. Clang! A sword cry rang out from the demonic rock emperor's body. In the next moment, an extremely sharp swordlight shot out from the demonic rock emperor's body. The swordlight actually broke through the demonic net that trapped him. The demonic rock emperor broke free. At the same time, the incomparably huge demonic formation began to operate. The entire void seemed as though it was going to be obliterated in an instant. What? Chapter 3094. The demonic formation in front of him gradually began to operate. The demonic aura was earth-shattering. Even when the entire world was about to be obliterated by this demonic power, Gu Fei still had no intention of making a move. What should we do? The experts of the mystical demon mountain panicked. The demonic aura emitted by the superformation was too powerful. It was as if an extreme demon ancestor was awakening. Even a great demon ancestor like the mystical demon mountain lord was frightened by this demonic aura. In fact, the mystical demon mountain lord had long felt uneasy. However, he never thought that the demonic lake would have such a shocking method. The supreme demonic aura emitted by the 9 stone pillars resonated with the demonic aura that erupted from the demonic palace in the center of the 9 stone pillars. The entire void surrounded by the 9 stone pillars was sealed by a powerful demonic power. At this time, even a great demon Venerable would not be able to escape from inside. The mystical demon mountain lord thought for a moment, and then stretched out his right hand. A ball of demonic light immediately emerged from his palm, emitting a powerful wave of demonic power. Swoosh! The ball of demonic light in the mystical demon mountain lord's hand flew out and directly smashed into the void outside the 9 stone pillars. Boom! With a loud bang, the ball of demonic light that the mystical demon mountain lord shot out exploded in the void. Transparent ripples appeared in the void and spread outwards. The demonic light that exploded immediately dissipated in the void. What? Luo Ping and the phoenix bird witch were dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Even the mystical demon mountain lord could not break the sealing power of this super formation. An extreme demonic formation. How could this be? This is definitely the work of the great demon ancestor. Luo Ping gritted his teeth and said. He glanced at Gu Fei and found that Gu Fei was not nervous at all. He was even looking around curiously. The demonic lines that emerged from the 9 stone pillars and the demonic lines on the demonic palace did not seem to be from the same great demon ancestor. However, the 9 stone pillars and the demonic palace were a magical combination. Although the demonic lines did not originate from the same source, they could display the strongest demonic power and condense the extreme demonic power. Although they were all demons, the demonic lines mastered by each great demon were different. Especially the peerless demons at the great demon ancestor level, the demonic lines mastered by these existences were even more different. The demonic lines mastered by the great demon ancestor level existences were also unique. Countless predecessors had already confirmed this fact. No one could become a supreme being on the same path. If one wanted to become a supreme being, they could only walk their own supreme path. Although Gu Fei was a cultivator, the martial Tao was only a general direction. The martial ancestor had only pointed out a cultivation direction for him, a path that could allow him to become a sovereign. Although he was also a cultivator, Gu Fei had walked on his own path of transformation. This was a path that belonged to him, a path that no one had walked before. Of him might have taken this path before, but of Gu of the path of the demon ancestor of. In Gu Fei's opinion, although there were many paths, there were not many people or other living beings who could take them. Since ancient times, there had only been a few great demon ancestors. The human race was definitely at a disadvantage, but there were quite a few supreme beings among the other living beings. However, the demons could contend with all living beings in the world. This was enough to show how powerful and terrifying the demons were. There were definitely many great demon ancestors among the demons. Rumble! At this moment, the world shook. The 9 stone pillars that pierced the sky began to emit destructive demonic light. It was a terrifying demonic power that was enough to destroy everything. At the same time, a destructive demonic light spread out from the demonic palace. The void was enveloped by the demonic light and was annihilated. Nothing was left behind. Ha! All of you can wait for your deaths inside. I'm not going to keep you company. The demonic rock emperor laughed heartily and crushed a jade talisman in his hand. A ball of demonic light immediately erupted from his hand and instantly enveloped him. This guy is trying to escape. Demon Venerable Luo Ping couldn't help but exclaim. However, the next moment, demonic rock emperor couldn't laugh anymore. He was shocked to find that although he was enveloped by the demonic light, he couldn't escape. How is this possible? Demonic Rock Emperor was shocked. This kind of thing had never happened before. This was a jade talisman refined by the demons that could travel through the void. As long as he crushed this jade talisman, Demonic Rock Emperor could escape the super formation of the demonic lake. However, everything that was happening right now had exceeded the Demonic Rock Emperor's expectations. Even Demon Venerable Luo Ping and the others were shocked. They knew very well that once the demonic talisman was crushed, Demonic Rock Emperor could leave this place. Of course, Luo Ping also had such a demonic talisman with him. Unfortunately, the demonic talisman in their hands couldn't pass through the void sealed by the super formation. This was because Demonic Rock Emperor had left a way out for himself. It's you! Demonic Rock Emperor suddenly shouted as he stared at someone in horror. The demons of Black Demon Mountain looked in the direction of Demonic Rock Emperor's gaze. When they saw that person, they were also stunned because that person was their master, Gu Fei. At this moment, Gu Fei was looking at Demonic Rock Emperor with a smile. A force of the Great Path spread out from his body and shackled Demonic Rock Emperor from a distance. How did you do it? Demonic Rock Emperor's voice trembled. At this moment, the destructive demonic light that spread out from the 9 stone pillars was gradually obliterating them. This was the power of the Great Path. No one could resist it, not even the great demon Venerable. This is just a small trick, Gu Fei said nonchalantly. When the demons heard what Gu Fei said, they were a little speechless. This was a small trick. He had shackled a great demon Venerable who was using the demonic talisman. Even among the demons, a great demon Venerable was a supreme existence, and was only weaker than a great demon Venerable. It was no small trick to be able to shackle a great demon Venerable. Master! At this moment, Phoenix Sparrow Witch said anxiously. The super formation of Demonic Lake was operating. The 9 stone pillars and Demonic Palace were emitting the most dazzling demonic light. The Great Path's demonic might began to appear. This was a kind of demonic might that could suppress the heavens. Only a trace of this demonic might leaked out from the Demonic Palace, but it was already enough to make the demons on Demonic Mountain extremely terrified. Rock Demon, hurry up and stop this demonic formation! Luo Peng shouted at Demonic Rock Emperor, who was shackled in the demonic light. He did not want to die here, but once the demonic light was obliterated, everyone here would be destroyed in body and soul. Then hurry up and ask him to let me go. Demonic Rock Emperor was also extremely terrified. He was one of the 3 great demon emperors of Demonic Lake, so he naturally knew the power of this super formation. This was a formation that the Great Path Demon Venerable had personally set up. It was meant to be used to turn the tide when Demonic Lake was facing a life and death situation. Haha, do you think I'm a fool? If we let you go, we'll really die without a burial place. Luo Peng was so angry that he laughed. I don't want to die either. Hurry up and let me go. Demonic Rock Emperor was extremely anxious. At this moment, the destructive demonic light emitted from the 9 stone pillars and Demonic Palace was about to be obliterated. A huge mountain that was illuminated by the demonic light instantly turned into flying ashes. Many creatures on this demonic mountain next to Demonic Lake also suffered a calamity. Lord Mountain Lord this! More than a dozen powerful demons surrounded by demonic chiefs stood behind Mountain Lord Black Demon. At this moment, these demons could no longer sit still. All of them were anxious and uneasy. Don't be impatient, Mountain Lord Black Demon said. He was also very nervous. After all, no matter how powerful an existence was, it was inevitable for them to be nervous in the face of death. However, Mountain Lord Black Demon looked very calm on the surface. It doesn't seem impossible for me to let you go, Gu Fei said all of a sudden. Hurry up and let me go. Hurry up! Demonic Rock Emperor roared in horror because the destructive demonic light was already very close to him. The void behind him was constantly being obliterated, and it was rapidly approaching the Demonic Rock Emperor. Shrouded in the demonic light, he wanted to struggle, but apart from being able to speak, he couldn't even move a finger. What conditions? What do I have to do for you to let me go? Demonic Rock Emperor hurriedly said. He was somewhat incoherent. Smart. It's actually very simple. As long as you become my slave, I'll let you go, Gu Fei said. What? Hearing this, Demonic Rock Emperor couldn't help but be startled. What? If you're not willing, then forget it, Gu Fei said indifferently. At this moment, the demonic light obliterated, and the void less than 100 zhang behind Demonic Rock Emperor began to be obliterated. I'm willing. Who said I'm not willing? I'm extremely willing, Demonic Rock Emperor hurriedly said. At this time, he couldn't care about anything else. The most important thing now was to survive. Compared to his own life, everything else had to stand aside. Come here. Gu Fei waved his hand, and the Demonic Rock Emperor immediately flew towards him. Then, He stretched out his right hand and pointed at the center of the demonic rock emperor's eyebrows. "It's not a bad idea to subdue a rock as a mount." Gu Fei retracted his finger and said, "This." The demons of Black Demon Mountain were somewhat speechless when they heard Gu Fei's words. This was the demonic rock emperor, one of the 3 great demon emperors of Heavenly Demon Lake. It seemed like Gu Fei was only barely satisfied with being able to subdue such an existence. At this time, the demonic rock emperor was extremely depressed. He could feel that there seemed to be something in the depths of his soul, but he didn't know what it was exactly. "Don't even think about betraying me. Your life and death are in the hands of a single thought," Gu Fei said. "What?" Cracks appeared on Heavenly Devil Palace as though it was about to collapse. The experts of demons hiding in Heavenly Devil Palace were scared out of their wits. No one had ever been able to shake Heavenly Devil Palace. But now, this black-robed young man had done it. Again. Gu Fei roared. His long hair danced in the wind as he slashed out with his saber again. There was no suspense. The power displayed by the peerless ominous saber was too amazing. Even a super formation could not contend with it. Gu Fei's saber slashed at some stone pillars. Wherever the saber light passed, the void between heaven and earth was annihilated. When the saber light hit the stone pillars, they were directly split in half. The top half fell from the sky. The super formation of Heavenly Devil Lake, which no expert had been able to break since ancient times, was broken by Gu Fei at this time. As soon as the 9 stone pillars fell, the terrifying destructive demonic light disappeared immediately. The extreme demonic power also dissipated in the void. What? Seeing this scene, both the demons of Heavenly Devil Lake and the experts of Demonic Path from Black Demon Mountain were shocked to the extreme. The combat power displayed by Gu Fei was too amazing and terrifying. Master is mighty. At this time, the experts of demons from Black Demon Mountain cheered. Gu Fei had no intention of stopping. He waved his saber again. This time, he slashed at Heavenly Devil Palace again. The extremely sharp saber light fell directly on Heavenly Devil Palace like a divine rainbow. Gotcha! More cracks appeared on Heavenly Devil Palace. The entire Heavenly Devil Palace was on the verge of collapse. It seemed as though it would collapse into countless pieces at any time. Stop! Stop slashing! The ferocious might of the extreme Tao surged forth, and they instantly perished, leaving only their bodies that were covered in cracks as they fell from the sky. The demonic Bear Emperor and the Black Mountain Emperor of the Heavenly Demon Lake were both infamous demons. However, in the face of extreme ferociousness, they were not even comparable to ants. When the extreme Tao ominous might erupted, it was unknown how many devils in the primal chaos devil world were alarmed. Terrifying devil might spread out from some places, and there were great devils roaring indistinctly. Boom! A devil mountain in the eastern region of the chaos devil world suddenly exploded, and a devil coffin rushed out. In an instant, the entire world was enveloped by the devil aura emanating from the devil coffin. All the living beings within a radius of 10 million miles were terrified to the extreme. In the next moment, the devil coffin that was suspended high in the sky emitted a terrifying devouring power. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth within a radius of 10 million miles immediately gathered towards the devil coffin. Very soon, a devil shadow that could cause the world to tremble appeared from the devil coffin, overlooking the heavens. At the same time, in other regions of the chaos devil world, powerful devil might also spread out. Some peerless demons that had disappeared for countless years had jumped out. Some demons even saw the figure of the extreme Tao demon ancestor walking around in the chaos devil world. However, all of this was not what Gu Fei needed to be concerned about. What he needed to do now was to slash those fellows hiding in the Heavenly Demon Palace out of the Heavenly Demon Lake. A ferocious dragon that was as huge as a mountain coiled around the Heavenly Demon Palace tightly. Although it was formed by saber aura, it was condensed and did not dissipate. This caused the upper echelons of the Heavenly Demon Lake and the Heavenly Demon Palace to be extremely shocked. Buzz! The heavenly demon palace shook, and ancient demonic patterns appeared on the brick walls of the palace. An extremely terrifying demonic power surged out from the inside of the palace. Those fellows from the heavenly demon lake would not sit still and wait for death. They activated the internal formation of the heavenly demon palace with all their strength, wanting to make the palace erupt with the last of its power. Immediately, a huge devil shadow appeared from the heavenly demon palace and directly rode on the ferocious dragon that was coiled around the palace. It raised its fist and smashed it towards the head of the ferocious dragon. This was an absolutely shocking scene. All the devil experts of the Black Demon Mountain were stunned by the scene in front of them. Two forces of the extreme way actually materialized and fought against each other. Even the Lord of the Mystical Demon Mountain was dumbfounded when he saw this scene. Under the protection of the Three Boundaries Monument, the Lord of the Mystical Demon Mountain and the others were not affected by the extreme ferocious might of the Three Boundaries Monument. The Three Boundaries Monument activated the power of the three realms and blocked the extreme aura outside. Roar! The ferocious dragon roared. The ferocious dragon formed by the peerless ferocious blade and the devil's shadow that emerged from the heavenly demon palace began to fight. It was as if two supreme existences were fighting. At this time, Gu Fei also retreated to the side and watched the scene. The soul of the peerless ferocious blade had not truly awakened, but the power of the ferocious blade still condensed into a ferocious dragon, displaying an unbelievable might. The black blade in Gu Fei's hand was shaking. If he did not hold the ferocious blade in his hand tightly, the peerless ferocious blade would have really flown out of his hand. Although the heavenly demon palace had also been refined by the extreme demon ancestor, it was not a weapon after all. It was just a palace. However, the peerless ferocious blade was different. It was a killing weapon refined by the extreme demon ancestor. With a single slash, it could kill all living beings in the world. Very quickly, the peerless ferocious dragon directly tore the devil's shadow into pieces. The devil's shadow dissipated, and then the entire heavenly demon palace began to collapse. Rumble! A palace was being destroyed, and many demonic shadows fell out from the collapsed palace. Then, they shattered into a mist of blood and dissipated into the void. Under the extreme ferocious power, any living being would be destroyed in both body and soul. No one could survive. Roar! With a roar, a powerful devil's shadow fell out of the void. It was the great clan elder of the heavenly demon lake. However, in the next moment, the great clan elder of the heavenly demon lake collapsed in the void. In the bloody mist, a ball of primordial divine demonic light was struggling, but very quickly, the ball of primordial divine demonic light dissipated in the void. What? Seeing this scene, the experts of the mystical demon mountain who were protected by the Three Boundary Monument were extremely shocked. It should be known that the great clan elder was only half a step away from becoming a great demon venerable. The great clan elder of the heavenly demon lake died just like that. He had completely perished in body and soul. Then, as the heavenly demon palace continued to collapse, more and more experts of the heavenly demon lake fell out. No matter who it was, there was only one result, and that was to directly collapse in the void and perish in body and soul. Even the second clan elder of the heavenly demon lake fell out of the heavenly demon palace and completely perished. The heavenly demon lake is finished. Under the Three Boundary Monument, an expert of the mystical demon mountain said. Without any suspense, the supreme killing intent of the peerless ferocious saber destroyed everything. Even though it was not the saber's soul that directly attacked, it was already enough. The ferocious dragon was formed by the supreme killing intent of the peerless ferocious saber. The ferocious dragon destroyed everything, and the heavenly demon palace completely collapsed. However, at this moment, a ball of demonic light wrapped around several figures soared into the sky. They directly broke through the void and escaped. What? Seeing this scene, the experts of the mystical demon mountain could not help but be shocked. Under the extreme ferocious power, those guys could still escape. It couldn't be, right? Good heavens, they still have this trick. Seeing this, Gu Fei couldn't help but be a little surprised. The ball of demonic light wrapped around the escaping figures was actually an extreme power, and only an extreme power could protect those figures. Man-Mo has escaped. At this time, the expression of the mystical demon mountain lord was incomparably solemn because among the escaping experts of the heavenly demon lake was Man-Mo's figure. Man-Mo was the great demon Venerable of the heavenly demon lake. As long as he didn't die, the heavenly demon lake would definitely have a chance to make a comeback. This was something that the mystical demon mountain lord did not want to see. The heavenly demon lake was finished. In the end, the shadow of the peerless ferocious dragon turned into an ominous light, and directly entered the black saber in Gu Fei's hand. After this battle, the heavenly demon lake, one of the three major forces of the western region, became a thing of the past. In the entire western region, only the mystical demon mountain and the falling moon demon palace were left. At this time, the people of the falling moon demon palace also took action. It should be known that the territory of the heavenly demon lake was not small, and many forces were eyeing it. Once the forces of the heavenly demon lake collapsed, there would naturally be many forces wanting to take a bite of this juicy meat. However, even the falling moon demon palace was very wary of the person behind the mystical demon mountain. Therefore, the mystical demon mountain took over the majority of the territory of the heavenly demon lake. And the falling moon demon palace only took over a small part of the territory of the heavenly demon lake. After the battle of the heavenly demon lake, Gu Fei returned to the mystical demon mountain and directly went into seclusion. He didn't want anyone to disturb his seclusion, so the peak of the mystical demon mountain became a forbidden area. No one dared to approach it. Even the mystical demon mountain lord moved away to live in another demon peak. No one in the mystical demon mountain dared to say anything. It should be known that their new master was a ferocious person who removed the name of the heavenly demon lake from the primal chaos demonic world. In this way, the entire western region of the primal chaos demonic world became the world of the mystical demon mountain and the falling moon demon palace. And the power of the mystical demon mountain was not the slightest bit inferior to the falling moon demon palace. The reason why the mystical demon mountain could become a force that could contend with the falling moon demon palace was because of Gu Fei. Without Gu Fei, the mystical demon mountain would not have been able to obtain all of this. That outsider is actually this powerful? Chapter 3097. The western region of the Chaos Demon Realm had undergone a great change. When the news spread, the entire Chaos Demon Realm was shaken. Demonic Lake had actually been destroyed by Black Demon Mountain. It should be known that among the three major forces in the entire western region, Black Demon Mountain was the weakest. This result was inconceivable to all the forces in the Chaos Demon Realm. However, soon, another piece of news came out. Black Demon Mountain had a backer. There was a mastermind behind this matter. Otherwise, Black Demon Mountain would not have been able to destroy Demonic Lake. However, no one knew who this mastermind was. Even the Moon Demon of the Western region's falling Moon Demon Palace did not know the origin of Gu Fei. In this way, no one knew the truth about Black Demon Mountain. Therefore, no one dared to have any ideas about Black Demon Mountain. Demonic Lake was a very good example. Since Demonic Lake had been destroyed by Black Demon Mountain, those who originally wanted to deal with Black Demon Mountain had no choice but to retreat. This was because the consequences of miscalculation were very serious. Those in charge of the forces of the demons were not fools. They would evaluate everything in advance before taking action. In particular, they had to be even more cautious when it came to this kind of campaign against other sections. If they failed, the consequences would be great damage to their strength. They might even bring disaster to their own sect or clan. At this time, in the Chaos Demon Realm, both the falling Moon Demon Palace and the forces outside the western region were watching. However, Black Demon Mountain did not care so much. They began to take over the territory of Demonic Lake in an orderly manner. Of course, the process of taking over was not so smooth. Therefore, Black Demon Mountain went on a killing spree. Any old tribe of demonic lake that did not surrender was directly slaughtered. Not a single one was spared. Even massacring cities happened. This was the Chaos Demon realm. Demonic creatures had a stronger killing nature than ordinary creatures. Therefore, some people thought that demons were a bloodthirsty race. In fact, this was not wrong. Among the demons, there was indeed a bloodthirsty race. That was the Blood Demon clan. The demons of this clan used blood as the source of power. Wherever they went, rivers of blood would flow. At this time, the city lord of a city under demonic lake killed the emissaries sent by Black Demon Mountain, and openly confronted Black Demon Mountain. Rock Fiend, make a trip there! On the mountainside of the Black Demon Mountain, there were several powerful demonic figures sitting in a pavilion. The person in the lead was the Black Demon Mountain Master. On the left and right of the Black Demon Mountain Master sat the revered demon Luopeng, the Phoenix Witch, and the demon Rock Emperor who had just joined Gu Fei. At this moment, the demonic Rock Emperor was secretly rejoicing because he had chosen the right side this time and survived. Otherwise he would have died in that battle like the demonic Bear Emperor and the Black Mountain Emperor. "I'll go," Devil Emperor Ping said. He wanted to get angry, but he didn't dare to after glancing at Black Demon Mountain Master. One must know that Black Demon Mountain Master was a great devil lord. He was not arrogant enough to think that he could compete with the great demon Venerable. "If it wasn't you, it would still be us," Luopeng said disdainfully. If this guy had not submitted to Gu Fei, he would have died long ago. How could he still be sitting here? "Since you surrendered, you haven't made any contributions. This is a good time for you to make contributions." The Phoenix Witch looked at the demonic Rock Emperor and said indifferently, "Do you want to disobey orders?" Luopeng glanced at the demonic Rock Emperor and said with some evil intentions. The demonic Rock Emperor did not speak because at this time, the Black Demon Mountain Master who was sitting on the high seat kept looking at him. He was not afraid of anyone but the Black Demon Mountain Master and his new master, Gu Fei. He stood up, took a step, and walked out of the pavilion. Then, a beam of demonic light rose from the mountainside of Black Demon Mountain and disappeared into the void in an instant. The Xuandu city was originally a demonic city under the demonic lake, but now that the demonic lake had been destroyed by the Black Demon Mountain, the Xuandu city had become a city without a master. At this time, the Xuandu city was shrouded in an extremely depressing atmosphere because the lord of the Xuandu city had just killed the emissary from the Black Demon Mountain. It was a rule in the Chaos Demon realm that the two armies did not kill the emissary. However, once the emissary was killed, it would be a war. There was nothing more to say. "The city lord is crazy. He actually killed the emissary from the Black Demon Mountain." The demonic cultivators in the Xuandu city were all talking about this matter. The news of the destruction of the demonic lake had already spread to this demonic city. Originally, the Xuandu city lord had planned to surrender, but the arrival of two fellows actually made the Xuandu city lord change his mind. Thus, the matter of the Xuandu city lord killing the emissary from the Black Demon Mountain happened. "This is equivalent to sealing off all our escape routes," a cultivator from the demons said unhappily. Heavenly Demon Lake had already become a thing of the past. Not many demonic cultivators were willing to risk their lives for Heavenly Demon Lake anymore. "That's right, I don't want to die here." Some demons wanted to leave the Xuandu city, but the Xuandu city lord had already sealed the city. In other words, it was difficult for all the cultivators in the Xuandu city to leave the city. At that moment, in the main hall of the Xuandu city lord's mansion, the Xuandu city lord was sitting on the throne in the middle. Below the throne were Lu Mo and Mo Kui. The two of them had escaped another calamity and escaped to the Xuandu city. It had to be said that Lu Mo and Mo Kui, these two fellow sufferers, were truly two calamities. Wherever they went, calamity would befall them, but they themselves were living well. "Brother Lu, I hope you can do what you promised me," the Xuandu city lord said as he looked at Lu Mo below. The city lord of Xuandu city said as he looked at Lu Mo below. This city lord was burly and had a mighty appearance. Although he was sitting, he was taller than a normal person. A powerful demonic aura spread from the Xuandu City Lord's body. The Xuandu City Lord was also an extremely powerful demon Venerable. His cultivation level was not lower than Lu Mo's. Haha, how would I dare to lie to you, brother? Don't worry. When I see my patriarch, I will definitely introduce you, brother, Lu Mo said with a smile. Lu Mo said with a smile. He had promised the Xuandu City Lord a lot of benefits before the Xuandu City Lord agreed to fight against the Mystic Demon Mountain. If there were no benefits, the Xuandu City Lord would not be stupid enough to go against the Mystic Demon Mountain. The power behind Lu Mo was very strong. To a certain extent, the power behind Lu Mo was much stronger than the current Mystic Demon Mountain. However, the power behind Lu Mo was not in the western region, but in the central region. Even in the central region, the power behind Lu Mo was a superpower that dominated an area. It was precisely because he knew Lu Mo's background that the Xuandu City Lord agreed not to surrender to the Mystic Demon Mountain. However, the Xuandu City Lord also knew very well that if he killed the envoy of the Mystic Demon Mountain, the Mystic Demon Mountain would soon make a move. At that time, a huge battle would be inevitable. If the expert from the Mystic Demon Mountain was the Mystic Demon Mountain Lord, then the Xuandu City Lord would be in danger. However, with the Xuandu City's great city protecting array, even if the Mystic Demon Mountain Lord came personally, the Xuandu City Lord believed that he could fight. That's good. The Xuandu City Lord nodded in satisfaction. As long as he could join the force behind Lu Mo, he would not be afraid of the Mystic Demon Mountain. Xian Tong, come out and die! At that moment, a loud shout came from outside the Xuandu City. It directly entered the City Lord's mansion and spread throughout the entire Xuandu City. Xian Tong was the name of the Xuandu City Lord. When they heard that someone dared to call the Xuandu City Lord by his name, all the demonic cultivators in the Xuandu City were shocked. At that moment, a powerful demonic shadow stood in the sky outside the Xuandu City. Chapter 3098. The demonic Rock Emperor was almost driven mad by Luo Peng's mockery. Just as he was about to beat Luo Peng up, a beam of divine light descended from the sky and landed in front of him. An ancient tablet floated in the divine light. Although there was no aura coming from the ancient tablet, the demonic Rock Emperor still felt his soul tremble. This is... The demonic Rock Emperor looked at the ancient tablet floating in front of him in shock. Isn't this Master Gu Fei's 3 Boundaries tablet? This is an extreme Dao artifact. At this time, even the Black Demon Mountain Lord was alarmed. Luo Peng, who was mocking the demonic Rock Emperor, was dumbfounded. Go. You have 3 chances to use this Dao artifact. Kill anyone who refuses to accept it. A voice came down from the peak of the Black Demon Mountain. Yes, Master. The demonic Rock Emperor was surprised and happy. His master actually gave him an extreme Dao artifact. His master trusted him so much. However, the demonic Rock Emperor still maintained a clear mind. He knew that his new master, Gu Fei, wanted to use him to establish his might and conquer the enemies who refused to surrender. The demonic Rock Emperor waved his hand, and the ancient tablet floating in front of him quickly shrank and flew into his hand. The moment the Dao artifact entered his hand, the demonic Rock Emperor felt as if he was carrying a primordial divine mountain. The small ancient tablet was even heavier than the real primordial divine mountain. Master actually gave the extreme Dao artifact to the demonic Rock Emperor. Luo Peng was in disbelief. The demonic Rock Emperor was the demonic emperor of the heavenly demon lake who had just surrendered. Why was he valued by his master? Demonic Venerable Luo Peng felt that it was a little unfair. He was even a little jealous of the demonic Rock Emperor. On the other hand, the Black Demon Mountain Lord and the Phoenix Sparrow Demoness were very calm, especially the Black Demon Mountain Lord. No one knew what he was thinking. After the demonic Rock Emperor obtained the ancient tablet, he once again turned into a beam of demonic light and soared into the sky. Then, he directly headed for the Xuandu City and instantly disappeared at the end of the horizon. At that moment, the Xuandu City did not lift the seal because of the Fiend Rock Emperor's retreat. The atmosphere in the Xuandu city was still very tense. All the fiendish cultivators felt the pressure of a storm. Everyone knew that the demonic Rock Emperor would definitely come again. Even if it wasn't the demonic Rock Emperor, the mystic Fiend Mountain would send other experts to attack the Xuandu city. Therefore, no matter what, the Xuandu city could not avoid the fate of being attacked. At that moment, a figure descended from the sky and landed on a mountain outside Xuandu city. The demonic light dissipated, and the figure of the demonic Rock Emperor appeared. "Xiantong, I'm here again." His voice was not loud, but it penetrated the sealed Xuandu city and even reached the ears of every living being in the city. A cold snort came from the city lord's residence of the Xuandu city. Then, a figure rushed out of the city lord's residence and arrived in the sky above it. A powerful demonic aura emanated from the demonic figure. The powerful energy fluctuations caused the space around the demonic figure to tremble constantly. This demonic expert was the city lord of the Xuandu city, Xiantong. Xiantong's blood-colored pupils emitted a terrifying sanguine light. His gaze pierced through the void and landed on the demonic Rock Emperor, who was on the mountain outside the city. "Haha, you old bird, you actually dare to come again. You really don't know what's good for you." Xiantong laughed and said. Previously, the demonic Rock Emperor had returned dejectedly without achieving anything. Now that he had come again, could it be that he had something to rely on? At the thought of this, Xiantong felt a little uneasy. At his cultivation level, he naturally had a certain sense of danger. "Xiantong, I'll give you one last chance. If you surrender now, I guarantee that you can live." The demonic Rock Emperor looked at the demonic figure above the city lord's residence and said, "Haha, old bird, let's talk about it after you can break the city protection array." Xiantong said disdainfully. He did not think that the demonic Rock Emperor could break the city protection array of the Xuandu city. He was fearless, but he also knew that the demonic Rock Emperor's arrival was definitely not a good thing. "Xiantong, why do you have to drag all the living beings in the city to die with you?" the demonic Rock Emperor said. His voice was transmitted into the ears of every living being in the Xuandu city. At that moment, all the fiendish Tao cultivators in the Xuandu city were shocked. What did the demonic Rock Emperor mean? "Old bird, do you want to massacre the city?" Xiantong's expression turned solemn. One had to know that this was not a joke. The Xuandu city was a huge city. There were hundreds of thousands of living beings in the city. The demonic Rock Emperor smiled and stared at the figure above the city lord's residence of the Xuandu city. "Listen up, living beings in the city. If you don't want to die, kill Xiantong." "What?" All the fiendish Tao living beings in the Xuandu city were shocked when they heard the demonic Rock Emperor's words. "Kill the city lord." The fiendish Tao living beings in the city thought that they had heard wrongly. Xiantong's prestige in the Xuandu city was very high. It was also because of this that the fiendish Tao living beings in the city did not rebel. However, it was different now. The demonic Rock Emperor had arrived. The demonic Rock Emperor might have a way to break through the Xuandu city. Some of the fiendish Tao living beings in the Xuandu city began to make other plans. One had to know that Xiantong was the city lord of the Xuandu city. "Since that's the case, I'll send you on your way." At the peak of the mountain outside the Xuandu city, the demonic Rock Emperor began to use the three-world steel according to the method that Gu Fei had taught him. Soon, a powerful aura that caused the expressions of all living beings in the world to change spread from the stone tablet in the demonic Rock Emperor's hand. "What?" When he sensed the terrifying fluctuations that erupted from the ancient tablet in the demonic Rock Emperor's hand, Xiantong could not help but be moved. The demonic Rock Emperor indeed had an extreme Tao artifact in his hand. "Kill!" Just as the demonic Rock Emperor was about to use the three-world steel, a furious roar came from the Xuandu city. Then, a tall old man rushed into the sky from the Xuandu city. Swoosh! The old man stretched out his hand and grabbed at the other party. Violent and powerful fiendish Tao power surged out from the old man's hand and instantly enveloped the entire void. Naturally, Xiantong was also enveloped by the huge hand. "What?" Xiantong was shocked. He never expected that there would be such a powerful fiendish Tao expert in the Xuandu city. The old man's cultivation and combat strength were definitely not inferior to his. Rumble! The huge demonic hand was like a demonic mountain as it crushed towards Xian Tong. Under the demonic hand, the void was collapsing and being annihilated. Pitch-black spatial cracks rushed out in all directions. Boom! Xian Tong directly punched out, and the two powerful demonic forces instantly collided together. The void between the two great experts directly collapsed, and the two forces directly blasted through the void. At that moment, another powerful figure rushed out from another part of the Xuandu city and attacked Xian Tong. The demonic Tao experts in the Xuandu city could not sit still this time. They did not want to be dragged into death by Xian Tong. Either Xian Tong would die, or they would perish. These were the only two outcomes. Chapter 3099. The demonic Tao experts in the Xuandu city could no longer sit still when the demonic Rock Emperor revealed his supreme Tao artifact. One had to know that once the demonic Rock Emperor used the supreme Tao artifact, all the demonic Tao cultivators in the Xuandu city would die. The demons in the Xuandu city would not sit still and wait for death. They directly attacked their city lord. As long as they killed Xian Tong, they could live. The demonic Rock Emperor had already made a promise. An existence like the demonic Rock Emperor would not easily make any promises. However, once he made a promise, he would keep it. At this time, a powerful devil expert made his move. It was an old man with devil chi shrouding his body. There was actually a gigantic dragon shadow looming over his body. This dragon shadow had 9 heads, and each head was incomparably malevolent. 9-headed demonic dragon, what are you trying to do? Xian Tong was furious. He was still the city lord of the Xuandu city. The prestige of the city lord could not be challenged. If anyone dared to attack him, it would be a betrayal. I want to live, the old man said loudly. The demonic dragon that emerged from his body roared. The 9 dragon heads opened their mouths at the same time, and 9 beams of demonic light directly pierced towards Xian Tong. The power of a powerful demon sovereign erupted. Wherever the 9 beams of demonic light passed, the void was annihilated, leaving behind 9 pitch-black spatial cracks. You're courting death! Xian Tong roared angrily. He directly turned into a ferocious and terrifying demonic beast and charged forward. A terrifying demonic might erupted from the body of this demonic beast. It was a demonic beast that looked like a black tiger, but its body was covered with a thick layer of black scales. There were 2 black wings on its back. This demonic beast had a powerful background. It was an ancient great ferocious beast that had fallen into the demonic Tao, Qiongqi. Roar! Xian Tong revealed his true form and directly roared. Then, he opened his mouth and inhaled. A terrifying devouring power immediately surged out from his bloody mouth. The 9 beams of demonic light that pierced towards Xian Tong were directly swallowed by him. His ferocious might was unparalleled. The ancient beast Qiongqi was originally an ancient great beast. After falling into the demonic path, it became even more ferocious. After devouring the 9 beams of demonic light, it directly pounced towards the 9-headed demon dragon. However, it was at this moment that the other demons arrived. A demon horn pierced through the void, charging towards Xian Tong. The demons charging towards Xian Tong was a raging bull. The demonic light emitted from its sharp horns directly shattered the void. This was an expert of the Herculean bull demon race. He could not be underestimated. Roar! Xian Tong roared. His tail lashed out at the charging Herculean bull demon. It was like a devil's whip, lashing hard on the Herculean bull demon's head. The Herculean ox devil gave a miserable cry and was directly sent flying out by Xian Tong's tail. Boom! At the same time, Xian Tong collided with the 9-headed demon dragon. An intense battle ensued. The void trembled, and pitch-black spatial cracks continuously appeared in the sky above Xuandu city. The demonic might of the demon lord descended from the sky. All the demons in Xuandu city looked at the battle in the sky in fear. Outside Xuandu City, the demonic Rock Emperor had already revealed his extreme Dao Dao artifact. All the demons in the city felt like a calamity was about to befall them. No one was willing to wait for death. If Xian Tong, the city lord of Xuandu City, had not sealed off the entire city, all the demons in the city would have already escaped. Xian Tong had sealed off the entire city. It was impossible for the countless demons in the city to escape, even if they wanted to. This time, it was unknown how many devil race cultivators cursed Xian Tong's 18 generations of ancestors. That guy was simply using the lives of countless devil race beings as a shield. At that moment, on the peak of the mountain outside Xuandu City, the demonic Rock Emperor sneered as he watched the scene. He knew that there should still be powerful demons in Xuandu City who had yet to make a move. I don't have much patience. Quickly kill Xian Tong. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. The demonic Rock Emperor sent a voice transmission to Xuandu City. At the same time, the three-world monument in his hand began to emit an extreme Dao aura. Although it was an extremely weak extreme Dao aura, it was enough to make the countless demons in Xuandu's city palpitate. It was a supreme aura that could crush all ages. If that aura were to fully erupt, it would not be difficult to instantly erase Xuandu's city from the ground, let alone break the protective array of Xuandu's city. The demons in Xuandu's city were extremely shocked. They knew very well that the demonic Rock Emperor was not joking. Once he used the extreme Dao Dao artifact in his hand, everything would be too late. At the next moment, 6 incomparably powerful demonic Dao auras erupted from Xuandu City. The demons who wanted to watch from the sidelines finally could not sit still and were about to attack. At that moment, Xian Tong, who was fighting with the 9-headed demonic dragon, could not help but be shocked when he saw that these guys were all demon supremacies. Moo! At that moment, the bull demon that had been sent flying by Xian Tong's tail also rushed over. An extremely violent aura erupted from the bull demon's body. The bull demon's 4 hooves stepped on the air, and the void trembled under his iron hooves. Cracks in the space that looked like spider webs constantly appeared. The bull demon seemed to have gone crazy as it charged towards Xian Tong. It was a great humiliation for the bull demon to be sent flying by Xian Tong's tail just now. It made the bull demon almost go crazy. When the other demon supremacies saw this, they hurriedly hid to the side. It would not be good if they were accidentally injured by this mad bull. Once this mad bull's mad cow disease acted up, it would not be a joke. A demonic fire emerged from the bull demon's body. The demonic fire burned the void. This bull demon was really angry and did not hesitate to fight Xian Tong to the death. The 8 demon supremacies attacked Xian Tong at the same time. Even though Xian Tong was in existence at the peak of the demon supremacies, he could not help but be moved at this moment. Buzz! At this moment, a demonic sword rushed out from the body of one of the demon lords, turning into a peerless sword light that slashed down towards Xian Tong. The extremely sharp sword light seemed as though it was going to split the world in half. Another demon supremacy held a demon gourd in his hand. He reached out and patted the bottom of the demon gourd. A fire dragon rushed out of the demon gourd and pounced towards Xian Tong. The other demon supremacies also used their own killing moves, wanting to kill Xian Tong directly. However, Xian Tong was the city lord of Xuandu City after all. He was an ancient great ferocious demon, and was extremely ferocious. He opened his mouth and spat out a wave of demonic fire that burned in all directions. At the same time, countless rays of black light shot out from his 2 black wings. The demonic feathers turned into rays of sharp sword light that shot out from his wings. Countless sword lights bloomed from Xian Tong's body and pierced in all directions. At the same time, he attacked the 8 demon supremacies. The 8 demon supremacies couldn't help but be shocked when they saw this scene. This Xian Tong was too crazy. Did he think that he could fight against 8 experts with his own strength? Moo! The demonic bull roared furiously, and a terrifying sound wave immediately spread out from its body. The black sword lights that pierced through it all shattered in the void. The demon bull rushed over and stabbed its 2 incomparably sharp horns at Xian Tong. On the horns, demonic light flowed and intertwined, and demonic patterns were faintly discernible. Since you're in a hurry to die, I'll fulfill your wish. Xian Tong roared and directly slapped the demon bull's huge head with his claws. Bang! With a muffled sound, the claw slapped the demon bull's head fiercely. The huge demon bull immediately fell from the sky. Boom! With a loud sound, the ground shook. A pavilion was directly smashed by the demon bull that fell from the sky. It immediately broke into pieces, and dust filled the air. Exclamations were heard everywhere. At this time, Xian Tong was also sent flying by a demon's supremacy. Chapter 3100. Even Xian Tong was sent flying as he fought against 8 demon venerables at the same time. He coughed up blood continuously. Old bird, you're really ruthless. Xian Tong roared at the demonic rock emperor on the mountain outside Xuandu City. This guy didn't attack himself but instigated others to kill him. Haha, now you feel good, right? The demonic rock emperor laughed loudly on the mountain peak. Xian Tong dared to ignore him just because he had some ability. How could he not teach him a lesson? Feel good, my ass? Xian Tong roared angrily. Roar! Xian Tong roared angrily. His true form was the Qiongqi demon. He roared at the demon venerables that were chasing after him. Immediately, 3 demon venerables were sent flying by the terrifying sound waves. The 3 great demon sovereigns were indescribably shocked. This Xian Tong was indeed fierce and wild enough. Cracks appeared on their bodies, as if exquisite porcelain had been shattered. A ball of demonic light surged out of the 3 demon venerables. Their bodies were quickly healed under the demonic light. The cracks on their bodies disappeared quickly. Demon venerables wouldn't die so easily. However, there was no doubt that the 3 demon venerables had suffered a great impact. They needed to use their original strength to heal their bodies. The other demon venerables were also affected. However, the sound assassination technique that Xian Tong had released did not cause any harm to them. Roar! Just at this moment, the shadow of a dragon soared up into the sky. On the gigantic body of the dragon, there was a boundless amount of demonic qi gushing out. Where the dragon's head should be, there were actually 9 dragon heads roaring at Xian Tong. Without any hesitation, the 9-headed demon dragon pounced towards Xian Tong. Its demonic might was shocking. The Qiongqi demon that Xian Tong had transformed into also roared and charged towards the 9-headed demon dragon. The 2 demonic beasts instantly collided and fought fiercely. At this moment, some of the other demon venerables also revealed their true forms and joined the battle. However, some of the demon venerables held their demonic weapons and stared at Xian Tong and the others who were fighting. They were ready to give Xian Tong a fatal blow at any time. The great strength demonic Ox Clan's expert also charged forward. However, just as this unlucky guy rushed over, he was sent flying by Xian Tong's domineering aura. This almost drove him crazy. Xian Tong, I'm going to eat you! The Herculean Bull Devil Clan's expert roared as he was sent flying. A hideous bloody scar appeared on his bull face. This ox demon had an extremely tyrannical strength, but it couldn't use it. It was easily sent flying by Xian Tong's tail. This made the ox demon so depressed that it almost vomited blood. At this time, devil blood appeared. Qiongqi Mo Xian Tong was incomparably fierce. He bit down on one of the heads of the 9-headed devil dragon and tore it off. However, the 9-headed demonic dragon had also wrapped itself around Xian Tong. Its dragon claws directly grabbed one of Xian Tong's wings and tore it apart. Demonic blood rained down from the sky. At the same time, a demonic shadow swooped down from the sky. The demonic shadow directly stabbed into Xian Tong's back. The tip of the sword pierced through his chest, and demonic blood continuously dripped from the tip of the sword. Roar! Xian Tong had gone mad. Even though he had suffered heavy injuries, he was still as ferocious as ever. A powerful demonic might erupted from his body. A long tail that was like a poisonous dragon directly wrapped around the devil lord that was riding on him, and flung him away. The power of the demonic Tao was vast. The demon sword that was stabbed in his body was forced out by him. However, the demon sword brought with it a wave of demonic blood, and the smell of blood in the void became even stronger. Smelling the blood, the group of demonic Tao experts became even more bloodthirsty. They fought crazily, and demonic blood kept appearing. All the demon lords were fighting with their lives on the line. Seeing the scene in the sky, all the demons in Xuandu's city were inexplicably shocked. Not only did blood demons fall from the sky, but there were also pieces of flesh and even broken limbs falling down. These were all things that powerful existences at the level of demon lords had. Some demon experts actually took action to collect these things. Be it a drop of blood or a piece of flesh that fell from the body of a demon lord, they were all precious treasures. When other demonic Tao living beings obtained the flesh and blood of a demon lord, it was as if they had obtained a great medicine. Eating it could increase their cultivation level and combat strength. With the first person attacking, a second person attacked. Hence, the demonic Tao cultivators in Xuandu's city also started fighting for the flesh and blood of the demon lord that fell from the sky. Haha! Seeing this scene, the demonic rock emperor, who was on the mountain outside Xuandu city, could not help but laugh out loud. This was the most true law of the jungle. In the chaos fiend world, the demons vividly displayed the truth of the law of the jungle. In the chaos fiend world, the weak could only rely on the strong, and the strong controlled the life and death of the weak. With a single thought, the strong could determine the life and death of a weak person. This was the cruel demon world. At this time, the demonic rock emperor could make the experts of the demons in Xuandu's city attack Xiantong at the same time because they did not want to die. The most important thing was that the demonic rock emperor had an extreme Tao artifact. It was also the most terrifying thing for the countless demons in Xuandu city. Once the demonic rock emperor went crazy and used the extreme Tao artifact in his hand, all the demons in the entire city would die. Therefore, Xiantong had to die. The 8 demon venerables began to fight with their lives on the line. Xiantong was also fighting with his life on the line. Blood mist kept exploding in the sky. Even the powerful demon venerables were shaken into a ball of blood mist. However, it was very difficult for such existences to die. Even if their demon bodies turned into blood mist, they could still instantly reassemble their demon bodies and join the battle again. Even someone as strong as Xiantong was blasted into a blood mist. However, his life force was too strong. He instantly reassembled his demon body and fought with the 9-headed demon dragon and the other demon venerables. In the end, the group of demon venerables were even more bloodthirsty. It was impossible for them to stop. Ox demon, you're the most annoying! Die! Xiantong directly pounced towards the Herculean Bull Devil clan's expert. Riding on the back of the Herculean Bull Devil, he ripped off one of the Bull Devil's horns. Boom! The ox demon's body radiated with demonic light. Pitch-black demonic flames erupted from his body and instantly engulfed Xiantong. However, a layer of demonic light emerged from Xiantong's body, blocking the terrifying demonic flames that could burn even the void. Swish! Xiantong opened his mouth and spat out a beam of demonic light. With a flash of demonic light, the ox demon's head fell off. In the next moment, the ox demon's head exploded. A figure wrapped in demonic light soared into the sky in an attempt to escape. However, Xiantong opened his mouth and sucked. The ox demon's primordial spirit was directly swallowed by him. In an instant, an even more berserk aura erupted from Xiantong's body. What? Everything happened too quickly. By the time the 9-headed demon dragon and the other demon Tao experts came to their senses, Xiantong had already killed the expert of the Ox Demon clan. After devouring the Ox Demon's primordial spirit, Xiantong's exhausted essence energy was immediately restored to its peak state. With this, the 9-headed demon dragon and the others were doomed. At this point in the battle, the 9-headed demon dragon and the other demon sovereigns had expended quite a bit of their yuan qi. Under such circumstances, it would be even more difficult for them to kill Xiantong. Haha, you think you can kill me with just the likes of you? Dream on! Xiantong laughed maniacally. Even if I can't kill you, I still have to kill you! The nine-headed demon dragon roared and charged forward. At this moment, he only had 3 of his 9 heads left. 6 of them had already been ripped off by Xian Tong. Is that so? Bring it on then, Xian Tong said disdainfully. He directly pounced towards the 9-headed demon dragon. Boom! The 2 figures instantly collided. Xian Tong was incomparably crazed as he tore at the 9-headed demon dragon. However, the 9-headed demon dragon continued to crazily coil around Xian Tong. 3 of its bloody mouths viciously bit down on Xian Tong's body. Seeing this scene, all the demon Dao experts were shocked. At this moment, the other demon sovereigns also attacked Xian Tong. A demon sword pierced through the void and directly stabbed into Xian Tong's forehead. Roar! Xian Tong roared angrily. Powerful demon Dao energy burst out, sending the demon sovereign flying away. Then, he grabbed the demon sword that was stabbed into his forehead and pulled it out. The bloody hole on his forehead was rapidly healing. Not a single drop of blood seeped out from the wound. At this moment, the 9-headed demon dragon bit down on Xian Tong's neck, nearly biting off his head. Swish! With a flash of sword light, Xian Tong chopped off one of the 9-headed demon dragon's heads. Demon blood splattered everywhere. Roar! At this moment, a demon beast ferociously pounced onto Xian Tong's body. With a swipe of its claws, it tore off one of Xian Tong's wings. The other demon sovereigns also attacked Xian Tong in a frenzy. Very quickly, Xian Tong's demon body was once again blasted into a bloody mist by the other demons. The bloody mist spread out and devoured another demon sovereign. Roar! That demon sovereign screamed out in fear. After being enveloped by the bloody mist, his skin, flesh, tendons, and bones were actually melting. The demon spirit energy within his body was rapidly being absorbed by Xian Tong. Just at this moment, the other demon sovereigns rushed over. Some of them took out their incomparably powerful Dao weapons and attacked the bloody mist. However, the bloody mist continued to churn without dissipating. Very quickly, a figure appeared from within the bloody mist. At the same time, a pitch-black skeleton fell down from the sky. This was the corpse of a fallen demon sovereign. This caused all the demon Dao experts who attacked Xian Tong to feel their hearts palpitate. After devouring the essence of this demon sovereign, Xian Tong's cultivation base showed signs of breaking through. This caused him to be both surprised and delighted. Another demon sovereign had fallen. This Xian Tong was definitely a ruthless character. Since the start of the battle, he had already killed 2 of the 8 demon sovereigns. Chapter 3101. Xian Tong was a Qiongqi devil. He was incomparably ferocious. He killed and devoured the primordial spirits of 2 devil sovereigns one after another. And is an element of preposterous. 2 of the 8 devil sovereigns had fallen. The remaining 6 devil sovereigns couldn't help but be shocked. Xian Tong was too ferocious. He actually devoured the primordial spirits of other devil sovereigns. Of course, for demons, devouring the primordial spirits of other living beings was a common thing. There was nothing strange about it. However, Xian Tong devoured the primordial spirits of devil sovereigns. Devil sovereigns were different from ordinary demons. They were powerful existences second only to great devil sovereigns. The fact that Xian Tong could kill an expert of the same level as him while being besieged made all the devil sovereigns feel a chill in their hearts. At this time, Xian Tong's figure appeared in the void. Blood-colored demonic light lingered around his body. He stretched out his right hand and a demonic sword immediately flew into his hand. The demonic sword was originally the demonic weapon of another devil sovereign. However, it was refined by Xian Tong for his own use. This made the devil sovereign extremely depressed. Kill! Either he dies or we die. Only by killing him will we have a way to live, the 9-headed devil dragon roared. He directly attacked. His 2 remaining heads opened their mouths and spat out 2 demonic weapons towards Xian Tong. One of the 2 demonic artifacts was a demonic bead that emitted boundless demonic light, and the other was a bone, an unknown bone. This bone was very terrifying. Although it looked no different from an ordinary bone, at this time, this bone was emitting a monstrous demonic aura, and the demonic aura was vast and mighty in the heavens and the earth. A bone that was almost rotten was able to display a terrifying demonic aura that could shake the heavens and the earth. This was something that no one could have imagined. This bone was definitely more powerful and terrifying than the demonic bead. Xian Tong was directly blown away by the withered bone. He coughed up blood and his body was covered with cracks. His demonic body was almost shattered. What? Xian Tong's shock was no small matter. The nine-headed devil dragon's demonic artifact had displayed an incomparably tyrannical battle prowess. The demonic bead was nothing, but the demonic bone was different. The demonic might radiating from the demonic bone was actually so tyrannical. It had truly exceeded the expectations of all the demon sovereigns. This nine-headed demon dragon had actually waited until now to use its trump card. The other demon sovereigns couldn't help but cast sidelong glances at the nine-headed demon dragon. This fellow had truly concealed himself deeply. If he had used the demon bone from the start, perhaps those two demon sovereigns wouldn't have died. At that moment, the demonic rock emperor, who was at the peak of the mountain outside Xuandu City, was shocked when he saw this scene. The demonic aura emanating from the demonic bone was too terrifying. Buzz! The three-world steel floating in demonic rock emperor's hand trembled slightly. This extreme Dao weapon seemed to be reacting to the demonic bone. The terrifying demonic might that surged down from the demonic bone caused all the fiendish cultivators in the Xuandu city below to be extremely terrified. They could not muster any thoughts of resisting. Rumble! The void was shaking, and so was the entire Xuandu city, as if it could collapse at any time. All the demons in the Xuandu city felt as if the end of the world had arrived. Cracks kept appearing on the city. In the sky above Xuandu city, all the experts of the demons were shocked. No one had expected the nine-headed demon dragon to possess such a powerful demonic bone. This demonic bone was most likely the remains of the extreme Dao fiend ancestor. Otherwise, it would not be so powerful. Extreme Dao fiend bone? Xian Tong stared at the demonic bone floating in front of the nine-headed demon dragon and said. The demonic aura emanating from the demonic bone made his heart palpitate. One had to know that he was a demon sovereign who was only half a step away from the great demon sovereign realm. In this world, the only demonic artifacts that could make his heart palpitate were probably the extreme Dao fiend artifacts. Humph! The nine-headed demon dragon sneered. A demon pearl emitted endless demonic light. Like a black sun, it charged towards Xian Tong. The powerful power of the demonic Dao shook the void. Xian Tong was only worried about the demon bone. He immediately punched out and the demon bead was blasted away. However, the demonic bone sent him flying once again. Cracks appeared on his demonic body once more, as if it could shatter at any time. Swoosh! Xian Tong used this force to turn around and escape. If he didn't escape now, he wouldn't have to. The Xuandu city's city-protecting array formation was under Xian Tong's control. With a thought, a gap appeared on the city-protecting array formation. He rushed out of the gap. What? When the other demon sovereigns saw that, they were inexplicably shocked and furious. The nine-headed demon dragon directly activated the demonic bone and attacked Xian Tong. The void was annihilated. The gap in the Xuandu city's city-protecting array formation was even bigger because of the demonic bone. The nine-headed demon dragon rushed out. When the other demon sovereigns saw that, they naturally rushed towards the gap and escaped the Xuandu city. At that moment, they had long forgotten about the countless fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuandu city. Seeing that there was a gap in the sky, the other fiendish Dao living beings in the Xuandu city were surprised and delighted. They rushed into the sky and wanted to escape the city. However, the gap in the sky quickly disappeared. The fiendish Dao living beings that had rushed into the sky from the Xuandu city were still trapped in the Xuandu city. Roar! A fiendish Dao living being roared. In the end, they were a step too slow and were still trapped in the Xuandu city. That made the experts of the demons almost go crazy. At that moment, the demon sovereigns who had escaped from the Xuandu city stopped fighting with their lives. They actually fled in all directions immediately. These demon sovereigns had fought with Xian Tong to survive. However, now that they had escaped the Xuandu city, there was no need for them to fight with Xian Tong. What? Seeing that scene, the demonic rock emperor's expression immediately became solemn. He took a step out of the mountain peak and instantly disappeared from it. When he appeared again, he had already caught up to Xian Tong. "You old bird, why are you targeting me?" Xian Tong was shocked and angry. "Haha, I'm targeting you," the demonic rock emperor said with a laugh. The demonic rock emperor laughed. At the same time, he stretched out his hand and grabbed at Xian Tong. A huge demonic hand instantly appeared between the heavens and the earth, shrouding the entire place in an instant. The extremely powerful might of a demon sovereign came down from the demonic hand. "You!" Xian Tong was shocked and angry. He gritted his teeth and roared at the sky. Terrifying sound waves spread out, and ripples that could be seen with the naked eye appeared in the void like water ripples. At that moment, the demonic hand that the demonic rock emperor had struck out was trembling. Endless demonic aura was dissipating, and the two supreme fiendish Tao powers were colliding. Xian Tong's cultivation and combat strength were not weaker than the demonic rock emperor's. The sound-killing technique that he used blocked the demonic rock emperor's sky-covering demonic hand. Swoosh! Immediately, an extremely sharp sword light rushed out of Xian Tong's hand and instantly appeared in front of the demonic rock emperor. The chilly sword chi caused the surrounding temperature to drop rapidly. Buzz! At that moment, the three-boundary monument in the demonic rock emperor's hand shook. The sword light immediately seemed to have slashed at an invisible wall and shattered. What? Seeing that, Xian Tong could not help but be shocked. If the demonic rock emperor used the supreme Tao weapon in his hand, it would definitely not be a good thing for him. At that moment, the nine-headed demonic dragon and the other demons had already escaped to God knows where. These guys were extremely shrewd, and even their eyelashes were empty. With the supreme Tao weapon in the demonic rock emperor's hand, no one was a match for the demonic rock emperor. If they wanted to live, they could only run for their lives. Facing the demonic rock emperor now would definitely be courting death. Swoosh! Xian Tong was terrified. He immediately turned around and fled. However, at that moment, the three-boundary monument in the demonic rock emperor's hand had already been activated. A wave of three realms power erupted from the three-boundary monument. With a clanging sound, the three realms power emitted from the three-boundary monument transformed into a divine chain that instantly pierced through Xian Tong's demonic body. Roar! Xian Tong roared. Then, with a boom! With a bang, his entire devil body exploded, turning into a bloody mist. However, a shocking scene appeared. The divine chains actually coiled around the bloody mist. Within the bloody mist, a vague bloody shadow could be seen. The divine chain formed by the three realms' power wrapped around this bloody shadow. This bloody shadow was Xian Tong's principal spirit. Xian Tong's cultivation technique was different from the others. The state of his principal spirit was different from that of ordinary demons. However, no matter how special his principal spirit was, it would be difficult for him to escape this time. The divine chain formed by the three realms' power that erupted from the three-boundary monument could bind everything. Whether it was the principal spirit or the demonic body, as long as they were entangled by the divine chain formed by the three realms' power on the three-boundary monument, the outcome would be the same no matter how powerful they were. The bloody mist was vast and mighty, and the blood-colored figure was struggling. The powerful power of a demon lord was vast and mighty. However, all of this was in vain. The bloody shadow was entangled by the divine chain and struggled to fly towards the three-boundary monument. The blood-colored demonic figure was directly pulled into the three-boundary monument by the divine chain. All the bloody mist was also absorbed and devoured by the three-boundary monument. An extremely powerful demon lord was killed by the three-boundary monument just like that. That's it. The demonic rock emperor was inexplicably shocked when he saw this scene. The power of the supreme Tao artifact that his master had given him was so astonishing that it could easily kill a demon lord. At that moment, the power of the three-boundary monument was converging. Don't! The demonic rock emperor hurriedly activated the power of the three-boundary monument. The divine chain once again rushed out of the three-boundary monument and directly pierced through the Xuandu city's city-protecting array. Without any suspense, the great Tao divine chain directly broke through the power of the city-protecting array and then destroyed the array core. The power of the city-protecting array immediately dissipated in the void. This Chapter 3102. In the end, the city lord of Xuandu City, Xian Tong, was killed by the demonic rock emperor using the three-boundary steel. This shocked all the experts of the demons. After all, Xian Tong was the Qiongqi demon. Qiongqi was originally an ancient ferocious beast. After falling into the demonic Tao in the chaos demon world, he became even more ferocious. His cultivation and battle prowess also rose. However, Xian Tong stopped Lu Mo and Mo Kuei's deceit and fought against Gu Fei. Thus, tragedy befell him. It had to be said that Lu Mo and Mo Kuei were truly jinxes. Wherever they went, they would bring disaster. However, the two of them were extraordinarily lucky. When the demonic rock emperor broke through the Xuandu city's protective formation and entered the city, he found that Lu Mo and Mo Kuei had disappeared. Xian Tong is really trash. He actually lost to the demonic rock emperor. In a mountain range thousands of miles away from Xuandu City, two demonic figures were standing in the dark and talking softly. They were Lu Mo and Mo Kuei. It's not that Xian Tong is trash, but that the demonic rock emperor has something to rely on, said Lu Mo. Xian Tong's cultivation and battle prowess were still very strong. At least, they were not inferior to him. Otherwise, he would not have been able to rope Xian Tong in. Lu Mo felt that it was a pity that Xian Tong had died. That guy is dead. Let's leave this place quickly, said Mo Kuei. This place was not far from Xuandu City. If the demonic rock emperor discovered them and tracked them, they would be in big trouble. Yes, where should we go? Lu Mo said in a low voice. Leave the western region or join the Falling Moon Demon Palace, said Mo Kuei. To him, leaving the western region was the best choice. However, if he joined the Falling Moon Demon Palace, he might be able to use the power of the Falling Moon Demon Palace to fight against the Black Demon Mountain. Because of the existence of Gu Fei, the strength of the Black Demon Mountain had increased exponentially. Even the Falling Moon Demon Palace was very wary of the current Black Demon Mountain, and would not easily start a war. Join the Falling Moon Demon Palace. When Lu Mo heard this, his eyes immediately lit up and his face became ferocious. He had suffered a great loss on the Black Demon Mountain, so he naturally wanted revenge. What? I was just joking. You can't really be thinking of joining the Falling Moon Devil Palace, right? Mo Kuei hurriedly said. The Black Demon Mountain was not to be trifled with. If they did not handle it well, they might even lose their lives. That would not be fun. Let's go, Fallen Moon Devil Palace. With a wave of his hand, Lu Mo soared into the sky and flew towards the ancestral grounds of the Falling Moon Devil Palace. Madman! Mo Kuei looked at Lu Mo's figure. Even though he was unwilling, he still chased after him. Heavenly Demon Lake was already finished. Mo Kuei could only follow Lu Mo. Just as Lu Mo and Mo Kuei were heading to the Falling Moon Demon Palace, the demonic rock emperor entered the Xuandu City and took over the entire city. After taking down the Xuandu City, Demon Emperor Ping could raise his head in front of Demon Supremacy Luo Ping and the others. Most importantly, his master, Gu Fei, trusted him. In this way, even Mystic Demon Mountain Lord wouldn't dare to do anything to him. As the Xuandu City was taken over by the demonic rock emperor, the forces that were still watching surrendered one after another. In an instant, all the forces in the territory of the Heavenly Demon Lake surrendered to the Black Demon Mountain. Just as the demonic rock emperor took over the Xuandu City, Gu Fei also came out of seclusion. He had already comprehended the secret of the heavenly demon lake, the undying body of the heavenly demon lake. If he encountered a demonic expert who cultivated this kind of mystique again, he could easily kill him. Gu Fei already knew that this mystique of the demonic path was actually created to restrain the Ascension secret technique, one of the 9 secrets of the immortal path. Unfortunately, this mystique was not comparable to the Ascension secret technique. As Gu Fei came out of seclusion, Mystic Demon Mountain Lord, who rarely appeared on the Mystic Demon Mountain, also jumped out. Once Demon Supremacy Luo Ping received the news, he immediately came to greet Gu Fei. Phoenix Sparrow Demonis also came. In an instant, the 3 leaders of the Mystic Demon Mountain gathered in the Mystic Demon Hall at the peak of the mountain. A black-robed young man sat on the throne in the middle of the hall. This black-robed young man was tall and slender. He was not very handsome, but he gave off a resolute aura. His features were distinct, and he had a different kind of attraction. "Where's the demonic rock emperor?" Gu Fei glanced at the Mystic Demon Mountain Lord and the others and said, "Well, Master, the demonic rock emperor might still be in the Xuandu city," Luo Ping said. "He's still in the Xuandu city. With the Dao artifact that I gave him, can't he take down the Xuandu city?" Gu Fei was a little displeased. "We don't know about that," Luo Ping said. "Ha ha!" At that moment, laughter came from afar. A rock appeared at the end of the sky, but in the next moment, the rock quickly approached the Mystic Demon Mountain. It was a demonic rock, and its huge body covered the entire sky. The demonic experts on the Mystic Demon Mountain were inexplicably shocked when they saw this scene. At that moment, they finally knew what it meant to have wings like the clouds in the sky. A powerful demonic aura descended from the sky without any concealment, causing countless demonic cultivators on the Mystic Demon Mountain to be terrified. However, the huge demonic rock above the Mystic Demon Mountain disappeared very quickly. A figure appeared high in the sky, then flew down from the sky and entered the Mystic Demon Hall. "Master, I'm back." The demonic rock emperor walked into the Mystic Demon Hall and bowed to Gu Fei, who was sitting on the throne. "Well, have a seat." Gu Fei waved his hand and said, "Thank you for the seat, Master." As the demonic rock emperor spoke, he bowed to Gu Fei again, then walked to the side and sat opposite Luo Ping and the others. Luo Ping looked at the complacent demonic rock emperor, but his expression became a little gloomy. In fact, he had already received the news that the demonic rock emperor had successfully breached the Xuandu city and killed the city lord of the Xuandu city, Xian Tong. "Tell me, how did it go?" Gu Fei glanced at the demonic rock emperor and said, "Master, I was lucky enough to not let you down. I successfully breached the Xuandu city and killed the city lord, Xian Tong." The demonic rock emperor stood up and bowed to Gu Fei. "Very good." As Gu Fei spoke, he waved his hand, and an ancient tablet immediately flew out of the demonic rock emperor's body and landed in his hand. The ancient tablet emitted an extremely weak aura, causing all the demons in the hall to be terrified, and their souls to tremble. The demonic rock emperor looked at the ancient tablet in Gu Fei's hand, and a trace of reluctance appeared on his face. That was because he was very clear about the power of this ancient tablet. With this ancient tablet, he could easily kill Xian Tong, whose cultivation level was comparable to his. Moreover, he still had 2 chances to use the ancient tablet. However, Gu Fei ignored the demonic rock emperor and put away the ancient tablet in his hand. "All right, I have something for you to do now." Gu Fei glanced at all the demons present and said. Hearing this, Black Demon Mountain Lord and the other demonic experts immediately became spirited. "I'm willing to go through fire and water for Master,"